Good afternoon. Happy Tuesday and welcome in, everybody. Good to see everybody today. Notice we are not at All Stars yet. We are still traveling, but I couldn't wait. I didn't want to go ahead and get in, and this is actually kind of good. Susan's over here. She's taking care of the driving, and everybody say hi, Susan. Don't take offense if she's not looking. She's really good about keeping her eyes on the road.
I am. He gets offended frequently when I won't look at something on his screen. I'll be like, hey, check this out. I'm like, I'm driving.
So we are en route to Disney's All-Star Resorts to give you guys a walk-around tour. We were supposed to start this morning at 11 o'clock, but this morning Disney love to throw everything and big wrench in the works, which is not a bad thing. We like these wrenches. But they threw in a brand new promotion, and hopefully you guys have seen it already. It is the Disney Plus subscribers promotion. If you first time they've ever provided a promotion to someone who is a subscriber to Disney Plus. This just started today. It is open from July 8th all the way through September 30th. So up to 25% on select Disney Resort hotels. It is 25% for the deluxe hotels, 20% for the moderate, and it's 15%, I believe, 15 or 10% for value. 10%. And there is higher percentages if you stay at the Art of Animation Family Suites, and it's 10% if you stay at the Wilderness Resort, Fort Wilderness. So it is something they will be verifying to see if you have an active account. And so all this morning, and so you guys are familiar, Susan and I are Travelmation travel agents. We tell you guys all the time that the best way to get the best deals is to go ahead and book early, even if you have to pay the standard room rates. And that's what I've been doing this morning, is going in, and everyone who already had a reservation with us today from July 8th all the way through September 30th means that we can now apply this new rate to promotion. So we're doing that, and one of my favorite ones is one family coming in July. This promotion saved them $566.72.
And the nice thing about it is you don't actually have to do anything. Our clients find out normally about these new promotions when we're contacting them to say, hey, by the way, I just saved you $566. I'm sending you the new information now with, your new totals that are due based on the promotion and the amount of money we saved. So glad I was able to help you with that. And that's when they find out about it. They don't have to contact us and say, hey, can you please apply this? It's just done. We just take care of it. If you qualify for it, we're going to do our best to get it for you. And that means waiting in the special odd little queues
that are on the phone
online, or if we can't get it online because of, the type of reservation, we will wait on hold for however many hours it requires, and we just take care of it for our clients. We just do it, and they don't have to do a thing. They don't have to lift a finger. So it's just another perk of booking with us.
And when you book directly through Disney doesn't call you to say, hey, we got a new promotion, you want the lower rate? Doesn't happen. So it's the great thing about having a travel agent, or at least a good travel agent, is that they want you to have the best rate and the best prices. So that's why we're late today, because we were working hard to make sure that everyone had that. We do still have a few clients that we're going to have to call in and sit on hold for a few hours to get that taken care of. Susan's going to drop me off at the All-Star Resorts, and then come back and take care of some other items for Travelmation. And I'm going to take you guys and walk around the resort. So if you guys have never been to the All-Stars Resorts, I'm looking forward to showing you exactly what the areas look like, and kind of get an idea and feel of what the ones are. They're all three of them right beside one another.
Yes, they are.
The sports, the movies, the music, all right there. Yep. So that's what we have going. But we're on our way now. But I thought, let's go ahead and get started. This is a chance for me to actually sit there and talk with the chat, because I don't have to worry about running into post or stepping into a ravine or something, which sometimes happens. Yesterday, Sarah laughed at one point when going through the queue of not rise of resistance, but flight of passage, and I smacked right into one of the queue posts because I'm watching and I'm interacting with you guys, so I don't always get to see what's going on. So, before we get any further, I'm going to jump into the chat. We've got Dave C is in. How you doing, Dave? I hope you're having a great week so far. We got some more of our awesome mods. Michelle is in the chat. Thank you so much, Michelle, for sharing out our information and for making it possible to get the word out about what we do for our streams and stuff like that. Michelle is awesome for sharing. And did you guys know, we just found this out, by the way. I did not know this, and we're still verifying whether or not it really is the case. Did you know that if I put an Instagram reel on Instagram and I put it into stories, if you guys watch it on stories, it gets, every time you watch it on stories, it counts as a view? I didn't know that. And that every time you guys share one of our Instagram reels on your stories, it gets views and it counts toward the views of the original reel, which makes it go better. I didn't realize that. So we're going to test that out. We're going to do an Instagram reel and see if you guys can help us share it out on stories and see if it helps spread the word out. But we'll let you guys know. Welcome in, Ben. How you doing? So we got beautiful skies here, Ben. I don't know about how it's looking on the West Coast. Let me turn this around for just a second as we go through the downtown Orlando area.
If you've never been, if you just come to Disney, depending on which direction you're
probably
from,
have never seen this.
You may not have ever seen this before. We're on 4 right now, so
yeah, we have to drive a whole lot farther away where we're currently staying than we did before.
It's a significant discount.
Yeah.
So
it's a discount in the rooms, but it costs us about $16 round trip in gas just to get to and from Disney right now with the price of gas. But look at those skies, Ben. Aren't they beautiful? Kind of reminds me of Seattle. Sarah B is in the chat on Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway right now. Hawk the fam is in. Hey Chris, Susan, and the Magic Crew. Welcome in, Mike B. How are you doing this second day of the week? David Thomas says, I'm going to be at MK in early May when we get all of our summer weather in a little early.
Passing Amway Center right now, which is like
Amway Center?
It's like the inside, like it's not the baseball.
It's like an amphitheater. Well, you know, theater, stadium, kind of.
Yeah. Basketball, yeah.
Welcome in, Sonia. Good to see you. Naomi is here. Oh, internet is spotty today. Sort of like what we get in the hub here lately, isn't it?
Yeah.
Afternoon, John. How you doing? Says, wish that new promotion was through the beginning of December. Don't worry, John. We got you taken care of. Don't worry. I've got you on our radar. And when and if those promotions come out for December, you know I'm going to take care of you just like we took care of everybody else this morning.
Yeah.
Hillary, welcome in. Robert, good to see you. Artemis, hope you're doing well today.
So that's an interesting note to talk about. So,
hi, Disney Mama 22.
Previously, Disney has always, in the past, when I say previously, we're referring to pre-COVID,
PC.
Disney tended to release their promotions fairly early. So by now, we would be seeing promotions for fall and into winter normally. But post-COVID, Disney has been really selective about their promotions, and when they release them, they tend to be more last minute, relatively speaking. They tend to be much more selective. They may say at, most resorts or for most dates, but it's just a couple of rooms for each of those dates. Like they just pick and choose just a couple. So we were really excited about this new promotion that came out because it's open to such a large number of people, and we did not have any difficulty finding it for clients. And
it's really easy.
Previous ones, we were having to tweak which room category they were in or what dates they were arriving, even maybe change resorts to get them into a discount.
So far, we've had a really good luck.
We have not had to do that this
We haven't had anybody we've gone after it not be able to get the promotion just yet if they're staying in the dates that are open. So
yes. So, and one of the things we've talked about is...
By the way, we're talking about this new promotion, guys. We got some other people joining in.
Popped in later.
Yeah, we've got the Disney Plus promotion that just started today. It's at rooms at select hotels anywhere starting in check-in from July 8th through September 30th.
Yeah.
It's 25% is the highest, and it goes down depending on which level of hotels you stay in.
Yeah.
We were just working on that quite a bit today. We even had one person email us and say, I just booked a trip last week. Is there any way that this can get transferred over to you guys and you can help me get the new promotion? It's really easy. All it takes is a transfer form. We put in your information, your name, your reservation number. We have you sign it. We email it to Disney Destinations and says this person gives us authorization to be their travel agent. And it's really simple. It just sometimes takes a few days depending on how busy they are.
Yeah.
But it's also the best example and evidence that it doesn't cost anything to use a travel agent because your price does not change in the slightest.
Yeah, nothing changes except for Disney makes us responsible for your care. So when you authorize us with that
Captain
form,
Good Guy,
they will transfer it over under Travelmation to us, and then we're able to talk to Disney on your behalf. If we're not your travel agent, unfortunately, because we do frequently have individuals contact us and they're not booked with us and they have an issue that would require maybe say a phone call to Disney, and as soon as Disney sees that we are not the travel agent of record, they will not talk to us. They just won't.
So if I call up and say I have a reservation 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and they're like, oh, I've got this reservation, what's the lead person's name? And I give them the name, and they're like, well, I'm sorry, I don't see you as the agent in question, so I can't talk with you about the details.
Unfortunately,
is there another reservation I can speak with you about today?
Yeah, exactly.
They're very nice, but they'll tell us I can't help you. So it's very important that we make sure that we're listed if we can help you guys out with that.
So
Orlando 407, isn't it beautiful? Beautiful, so puffy and
So oftentimes when people contact us and they say, oh, we would love it
Travis.
if you help us with A, B, C, D, we're like, I'm so sorry, Disney won't allow us to touch reservations that are not ours. So it's not that we don't want to help you, we're not allowed, and Disney does pay us to take care of those clients. So
I have a good question. Mickey's Bail Mark says, has the express lane helped traffic at all? I don't know.
I don't ever see
right now I don't really seem all that useful.
Since we've been staying here, we've been moving. Well, we've driven through Orlando during the
Welcome in, Jason.
Rush hour. If you're in it, it helps you. If you're not in, I haven't seen any difference in the amount
overall,
of traffic on the regular lanes.
I think it's going to take a while for more and more people to start to use it.
I don't know.
Welcome in, Julie P. Dave and Sherry, you're in the chat. Good to see you guys. Ride the teacups. How's it over there on the West Coast? Oh, Wester Coast. Closer to the West Coast. How's it going, Ride the teacups? Jay Wild just got back from a 4-mile off and on run and walk. Awesome. By the way, I did take care of that issue that you asked about, and it has been taken care of. So I'll send you the information about it later. It says I had lived in Winter Park for a short time back in 2003, 2004, so you probably recognize this drive as well.
Yeah.
Ramon is watching from Texas.
It does look a little different than it used to, though, with the toll lanes that they've added to the center. They have extra lanes, express lanes in the middle.
Now, as beautiful as these clouds are, Ramon is in Texas, and all the clouds there are just as fluffy, but they're twice as big. I mean, Texas clouds are huge. How's it going, Ramon? Welcome in. Oh, Michaela, we just got a PayPal. We just got a PayPal for gas from Michaela.
Thank you, Michaela.
Michaela, thank you so much. That was awesome. Hang on, I got to go back and I got to pull this up. Michaela just tipped $20 and says it cost $16 in gas, you say? Covered. Thanks for the streams. That's so awesome. Thank you for that. We do appreciate that. And it does mean a big amount. I had to put in $4 last night just to make sure we could get back from Animal Kingdom. I had to call Susan. $4 account. Is that enough?
I'm transferring another dollar.
She put $1 in so I could get $5 worth of gas, and I got to the hotel last night with $6 or 6 miles on the 6 miles left. I was like, oh, this is rough. Oh, look at this, guys. Again, thank you, Michaela. Appreciate it. We're just passing by up on 4. We've got ourselves the Aventura and the Cabana Bay hotels on Universal. We're going to be hitting Universal tomorrow and the volcano from Volcano Bay.
We have not done another water park day since the last time.
Yeah, we need to get back to Volcano Bay with you guys.
We need to take you guys back. Because
especially get that ice cream fusion.
That was a load of fun. That was so much fun.
Eastbound and down, load them up and truck them. We're going to do what they say can be done. And there's about a quarter or more people in the chat who don't know what I'm talking about. Come on, Bandit, run. How's it going, Kungaloo Skipper Bob? How was that popsicle, sir? Was it slightly cracked? Ooh, Mark said that their trip next February is going to be 2 weeks long now with the drive down from Buffalo, New York. That's a great drive. I hope you guys are going to stop some places along the way. John says, I appreciate it. That's why you guys are the best. Well, one thing we do like about the fact is that, you know, we can give you updates and stuff about promotions and things, and then turn right around and help you specifically and individually with your reservation. So I know lots of other people have travel sponsors, but your agents are right here, so we can answer. We will never put any of your personal information and stuff. You feel free to put and discuss it with others in the chat, but we will never offer that information up. But we'll be glad to tell you when you save money. No problem about that.
But we are your actual agents in the parks and at the resorts. So.
FS Skipper Dad says we know that route very well. Yeah, sometimes really well, and sometimes in slow motion. Like, you know, not moving at all. Mm-hmm. That's when it gets rough.
Our goal is to get back into a permanent location where we don't have to drive on this.
Yeah, we got to get right back. Disney Mama 22 is like, I want to know when the passes are coming back. Still waiting. Welcome in, Rachel. Good to see you. Oh, you're not late. You're just in time. A little bit. Randy, is this test track? No, Randy, it's not, because it doesn't go that fast. Not most days. This is the I-4. You never get the 68.2 miles per hour on the I-4. But that's what we're doing. We're on the I-4 here, coming down south and heading over. Susan's going to drop me off at the All-Star Resorts, and I'm going to take you guys around and check it out. And since I'm riding and Susan is driving, this is a good time for me to answer questions if you guys have any about the promotions we had out today, about the fact that Guardians of the Galaxy Cosmic Rewind is going to be opening up May 27th for Memorial Day weekend. So if you're coming, make sure to get your park reservations for Epcot, because that's going to be a rough one that weekend.
If you're not coming and you want to be coming, contact us right away, because rooms are going fast, and we'd be happy to hunt one down for you.
Oh, Anthony, you're making me blush. Anthony says last week was a dismal streaming week without you guys. The JV crew was on, but happy to have varsity team back. Aww. Wow, this is the first time ever I made varsity team. Woo! All right. I lie. I actually was on the varsity soccer team when I was in high school, but it was only because I was the very first year they ever had soccer. We had every sport in my high school except for soccer. And one of my good friends, he played baseball, he played football, but he also liked soccer. He had been playing soccer on individual leagues since he was 3 years old. He went to college on a soccer scholarship. He had no soccer to play at his school, so he actually convinced our administration at our high school to start a soccer team. And he didn't have enough people in the school who knew how to play soccer.
So you got on.
So I got pulled in. It was the first time I'd ever been on a sport field like that other than marching band. It was great. It was wonderful. I actually ran. It was not too bad for not really knowing what I was doing. So But thank you, Anthony. I love that. I hope that we can continue to do that. And by the way, if there's ever anybody coming in who's never watched our streams before, our goal here is always to provide you some streams from Walt Disney World and Universal every Monday through Friday. And this past week, we weren't able to do that at the beginning of the week, so we had some surprise streams on Saturday and Sunday. This week, we are going to be streaming all through Friday with some special surprises. Still working on putting the rest of our week up this week so you guys can see the full schedule and have those in. We're just just so much stuff in the play right now, but right now we're going to be heading over. Oh, come on, we're just there. I know you're there. Ollie Ollie oxen free. There we go. Today we're going to be heading over I really want to kind of show you the space and some of the really cool features and opportunities over the All-Stars. If you've never been, they are the value resorts, and if you've never been, this is a good time to get an idea of what they look like and how to navigate them. Yes. Tomorrow we're going to be going back to Universal Studios for a little bit of Mardi Gras fun. Thursday back at Epcot, where we're going to be participating in the Extravaganza. You guys can help us find some eggs and win a prize at that. And Thursday night, Friday night, and Saturday, we're going to be at a brand new, undisclosed location, and we're going to share some stuff with you guys over on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and of course, our stream Friday will be from this mystery location. And the only clue I've given you guys so far is in the picture you're looking at right now. We've been invited to come over and to check this out, and we can't wait to share this location with you guys. So excited. I'm excited to check this place and share it with everybody. So if you haven't already hit that bell notification, make sure to do so and ask to see every of our videos and streams, so that if you open YouTube and we're live, you'll get a notification. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you're brand new to the channel, so that you can also get those notifications. And welcome in. We're glad you guys could join us today. Ilaria, good morning. Love to have all of our international crew members out and about. Speaking of international crew members, the international cultural representatives are coming back this fall here at Epcot. So those who had their training or their cultural program cut short back in 2020 are the first who are going to be brought back. It will be done in phases, but we're hopefully going to be getting back soon in early fall some of our friends from other countries to represent in the pavilions in Epcot. So,
and there was a lot of negative talk about Disney when cultural representatives were sent home. And I think it's worth just a refresher on why that had to happen. So Disney did not want to send home these cultural representatives. They did not have any desire to send them away. However, all of them were here on work visas. So if you know anyone who has ever been here on a work visa, or you yourself have been here on a work visa, you know that you have to be working to have a valid visa. And unfortunately, because they had to shut everything down, these individuals were not working, and so they had to leave the country so that they would be able to come back later. So if you stay in the country while you're not working on a work visa, they can eject you and you lose the rights to come back later. So it was an unfortunate thing that they had to go home. But I know that Disney is so excited to have them back. They have always wanted to have that authenticity in those individuals from those countries to be able to interact with their guests, to give you that extra, touch. So I'm very excited that they're coming back, and I know that Disney is as well.
I love to find those representatives and ask them questions about their home, and because it's nice to be asked about things like that. If you're there for that purpose, to share some knowledge. Go, what did you do for fun? What did you guys do on Friday nights? What's your, what was your best family vacation? When you growing up, when you were in your country. So, and S has a question, and it's not a silly question. It's a very good question. Can we help with excursions on a cruise? And can we help find the right cruise and all the excursions at the ports as well?
We definitely can do that. A lot of the cruise cruise lines have kind of kept a tight hold on excursions post-COVID, just because they don't want to risk someone bringing COVID back onto the ship. So they purposely kind of contract with providers for excursions who follow certain rules at their request. That being said, so I mean, it's something that generally speaking, I would help a client who was cruising on a cruise that we handled. If we handle your cruise, we can definitely help you with to figure out excursions.
Oh, look at this. This is a first for one of our live streams.
And we're on property. Actually, we were already on property.
Yeah, well.
There is the official.
Yeah, we can book. The only thing is that we can't help with excursions unless we've helped book your cruise.
Yes. If you're looking for an excursion outside of that, I mean, we can definitely discuss options with you. We do have vendors that provide excursions at most destinations that a ship would port. It's just a matter of whether or not, depending on what cruise line you are cruising with, whether or not they would allow you to get off the boat to go to that and then come back onto the boat. So we would have to check the current guidelines for that cruise line just to see what they're looking at. So, definitely reach out to us and we'll see if we can help you.
Hello, Artemis. Yes, we had actually gotten some in the past and we responded to a few of them. I didn't see another response since then, so I don't know if our emails may have gone into a spam folder or something like that. So check your spam, just make sure we're not getting spammed. Sometimes some of our first emails to our clients go into the those spam folders. If you don't find them in there again, let me know. We'll get in contact one way or the other, and we want to make sure we can help you guys out.
Definitely.
We usually only send one or two before we're like, I'm going to wait because that may not be ready, and last thing we want to do is start spamming you by sending too many emails. All right, we're getting close, guys. Happy Tuesday, Jackie. Welcome in. By the way, as we come into the All-Stars area, we're going to be passing by the McDonald's on property. It did open up, I believe it was in June. I'm going off the top of my head, but I believe it opened up June 20th, 2020.
That sounds right.
I don't know why that date's even in my head, but it is. But June 20th, 2020, the McDonald's opened up. And the reason I can remember the time frame is because it opened up when the DVC's resorts had opened, but not any of the others. So only DVC members at that point were able to actually get on the property.
So Chris is going to mute you as we go through security, just because it's
just like any other time.
Security, not park security, but they are a little tricky about that. So just if we'll go radio silent for just
we are, Mike. We're heading to the All-Stars. Yeah, I'm going to put you guys on mute while we're talking to security to get in. Don't worry. I'm going to put the weather up. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back with you guys in just a moment. I know, Rachel. Let me. Oh, Susan did a little.
Sorry.
She's good about that. Oh, there's our McDonald's. It's got a lot of really cool green and fancy things there.
It's covered with solar panels.
Solar panels and all kinds of really cool things.
With all of its electricity.
Woohoo!
Right.
Oh, that would explain it, Disney Mama. I get it. Not too far. Yes, this morning the summer virtual series did open up for registrations. There's 3 5Ks, and if you sign up for all 3, you get the 4th completer medal as well. That virtual series is available at rundisney.com, so if you guys want to sign up for that, we're going to try to set it up to where we actually can run a race 5K on property with you guys if you want to run your virtual with us here for that series. So we'll get some more information about that out here soon. All right, guys, so we're going to go, like I said, radio silent here, and we'll let you guys check out the weather and forecast while we're going through. We'll see you guys in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. So we're going to have a high of 88 degrees today. There is a chance of thunderstorms this afternoon, so we'll have to kind of keep an eye on the radar to see if it has popcorn storms popping up. But high of 88, low of 71 tonight. Tomorrow is a high of 91, partly cloudy, Thursday, again, thunderstorms are forecasted sometime throughout the day with a high of 85. Cloudy again on Friday, 75 high, and on Saturday, a little bit more sun than we've looked at before with a high of 73. Welcome to Disney's All-Star Sports.
This is super exciting, guys. And our understanding is that they have renovated all of the rooms here, so.
Newly renovated. And as always, if you guys ever need any help when it comes to booking or planning your Disney, Universal, or cruise vacations, reach out to us and let us know. We are here to answer your questions. We want to share information about everything that's available here at the properties, but if you want to have somebody who's in the know, we would love to be your agent in the parks. So, all right. We will see you soon, later, sometime. Okay.
Got work to do.
She's going to keep it going. And here's the thing. If you do send over an email and want to take advantage of the promotion we have right now with the Disney Plus subscribers, Susan can do that this afternoon while we're live on the stream. So send us over an email. All right. See you real soon.
Okay.
Can't have a better business partner. One who's your partner everywhere else. She does a great job. She stays busy all the time. And she puts up with me, so that's the biggest thing. She's got a few packages to drop off, and then she's got to actually book a few things too. Some of the clientele we have, we cannot make the reservation changes on Disney system that we can use online. We have to actually call Disney, and today, always the first day of promotions, those days are always going to be the worst for hold times. So, thank you. She's going to be calling in and probably sitting for a couple hours, just listening to Disney music. The great thing is though, if we have like 6 clients that we have to deal with as far as the reservations, and she waits for 2.5 hours to talk to an agent, she can then get all 6 of those reservations addressed. And that's 2 hours that each of those 6 clients did not have to stand on hold themselves. Yeah, we don't really have much season changing here. I'm going to take you guys up toward the front. How about it? I was going to take you into the side. That seems a little anticlimactic. So, all right, we're doing all stars, so we'll have ourselves the red carpet up here. Always have the giant stars right here at the front of the property. Here we go. Welcome to the All-Star Sports Lobby. Notice they're also well themed. And if you look down below, it's lockers. Isn't that cool? Ricky, that might be something I'll have to ask about if you're looking for a special plug, especially if you're looking for a room that has accommodations. All of these rooms were just recently renovated, so we'll have to check to see if they may have done something additional or different than they've done in the past. Hi, Nicole. All right, are you aware of things in the rooms and stuff like that here at the All Stars?
Right back.
Oh, go ahead. Ooh, Scooby Snacks. Like the Scooby Snacks. Welcome in, Scooby Snack. Very nice colors, very bright. And of course, these will be the most accommodating pricings of all of our resorts. Generally, all of the rooms here at All Star Sports, movies, and music will be very similar, if not the same. And they're all in tandem with one another. So you can basically walk from one to the other very easily if you're especially in a mood to walk a little bit. So before we go over, let's do a quick check here in our sundries, our gift shop. Now, the one thing that they have done when it comes to Disney merchandising for the All-Stars, they tend to group them all together. So if you're a fan of one of the All-Stars, most of your merchandise for the All-Stars is going to have something for all of them. So, for instance, sports, music, movies, repeat. Keychain, All-Star Resorts.
El cambio y como que a la misma vez tiene que
Christmas decoration.
Hello, how are you?
Doing good. How are you doing today?
Thank you. Like your hat?
Well, thank you very much. It's well worn. It's very worn.
Yes.
So I have a new one that we just got. I just got word today that my new one's just got shipped today. So
Oh, nice.
it looks like Stitch got a hold
I
of
was
it.
just gonna say, I think.
Of course, general merchandise you can pretty much find at most of all the other locations. And as always, guys, if you see any products that you're interested in, you can always ask if we can get a little bit closer look, check the price. We are not personal shoppers, but we love to shop personally with you, at least on the stream. So Disney Mama 22, one of the reasons why the All-Star Resorts is the value resorts is because they are not directly connected to any of the four Walt Disney World parks. The only way to get to any of the other parks is by bus if you don't have your own personal transportation. So, you know, if for instance, if you're staying over at the Boardwalk, which is a deluxe hotel, one of the reasons it's a deluxe hotel is, other than the accommodations inside, is because of the fact that you can walk to Epcot, and technically you can walk to Hollywood Studios. You could ride a bus, you can take a boat, you can ride the Skyliner, but here all it is just buses. Or after this summer, you can even use, if you'd like, the minivans. Welcome in, Caridad. Good to see you. Roar! Did I scare you? We were having that windy weather the other day, and someone says we should have had this toy to play with at Epcot when it was that major storm coming through. Hello, Stitchy. It just kind of looks solemn, melancholy. Go away, Green. I want you to go away to the parks. How you doing today?
Good, how are you?
Doing wonderful, thank you. I have not seen a Pua Park Pal. or Marie. Look, I haven't been doing a lot of shopping. I missed it. Park Pals came out back in 2019, I think it was. And since then, they have come out with a Stitch, which has been out for a while, but I've not seen a Marie before, or a Pua. And you're asking, what is a Park Pal? It's pretty much all it does is right there. I mean, it clips on either to your clothes or this little plastic stand that's provided. It's, you know, a cute little thing to look at, but it doesn't really serve much function, honestly. But, you know, it does clip onto, like, if you've got like a button-down shirt, it will clip down to the side of your shirt, or if you've got it for like mini ears, it probably clip to that. Oh, that's a good question, Ricky. So maybe if I can catch a cast member, ask Nicole. I think I caught her right in the middle of something she was working on. So I'll see if I can get someone to answer that. That's a good question. Welcome in, Bailey. So we've got brand new popcorn bags that came in about 2 weeks ago. There are several different flavors. I actually took pictures the other day and I was going to put it on Instagram and just haven't gotten around to it yet. The reason that these are different than what we've had before is that they are resealable. So if you'll see, you tear off the top of the bag, but then there is the nice little, I don't know what you would refer to that as, sort of like a Ziploc onto it. So if you want just to have a little bite and zip it back up and put it back in your backpack, you can save some for later. They have different flavors such as kettle corn, caramel, which is, you know, you gotta have caramel, cheddar, which I don't see the point in having a Ziploc bag for cheddar because that's going to get eaten all at one time. And Mickey Fruity Mix, which is intriguing. This is very similar to what we saw over in the Figment popcorn bucket, and also what you can get in the Disney Kite Tails bucket over in Animal Kingdom. It's that fruity flavor. They also have I'm trying to remember, it is chocolate sea salt caramel or something like that, and they also have a cookies and cream, but I don't see this flavor here. Maybe they've got it in other locations. I'll see if I can find it. Let's see what this one is. Here we go. Caramel chocolate. See, yeah, I called that one. I just mixed it up. I said chocolate caramel. Caramel chocolate sea salt, which is probably the one I'm most intrigued to try. And they do have, again, I don't see it here, a cookies and cream that I know Liberty would love. He's a big fan of the cookies and cream. Mr. One Up, welcome into the stream. Glad to have you today. If you have any questions, guys, please make sure to ask so we can answer those questions for you and get you as much information. And we're just glad you could join us here today. And if you're just joining for the very first time, we are over here at the All-Star Sports. Let's do a quick little walkthrough and then take you guys out to see some of the really cool photo opportunities they have out at the buildings. Look at the patches. Those are pretty cool. They're huge. $10. Get some of those on.
You too.
That'll work too. Mike, yes, from what I have been told and from what I've read, the buffet is back. The characters are not, but they're no longer doing family-style dining at the Crystal Palace, is from what I've been told. All right, so we've got our quick service here, our food court. Each of the three resorts, sports, movies, and music, all has a different themed and set up for their food court. And I still think the mousekeeping is still very limited, is what they have here so far. So not quite back to everything just yet. Jonathan, welcome in. I love souvenirs too. even if I can't buy them all. Jill wants to know, are we getting our snacks for today? We might have to look and see what we can find, maybe something unique. Well, after we look at some rooms, we'll come back. Maybe there's something you guys can find that would be interesting. They do, of course, have the regular pastries. Oh, look at those chocolate cookies. Of course, the 50th celebration macaron, which is, I still think is, you know, at $4.50 for one macaron, that's steep. Edith, yes, you can. All of the All-Stars are connected, so I can walk from sports to music and to movies. So we're gonna, if we have enough time today, I'm gonna actually do that and show you guys. We're gonna walk from one end to the other as far as we can go. And of course, here is our 50th celebration dessert with the raspberry champagne mousse inside. Kind of hard to see with the condensation, but that's at every single one of the resorts. Jay Wild's going to take a patch. Which one of the jean jacket, the Mickey or the Minnie? Awesome Disney DB. Hey, by the way, I mentioned to you earlier, Jay Wild is also a knitter crocheter. So you guys have something in common. Good afternoon, Dr. Dragon. Welcome in. I'm doing good. How are you doing today, sir? Oh, we are. We're escorting everybody around to take a tour, especially since you guys just opened up last Thursday. Yes, sir. Good to have you open again. So the All-Star Sports did just reopen last Thursday, March 31st. It is the last of the resorts to reopen. And now that it has opened, every single one of the resorts here at Walt Disney is now available to stay in. Now, they may not be 100% open as occupancy for all the rooms, but we're just glad we have the option again. Ken, what does it smell like in the food court? Well, over here in the food area, it smells kind of like a cafeteria. It doesn't smell like any particular food, so to speak, but it does smell clean, which I think is also very important. Notice all of our things everywhere around for all the fans. There's Minnie playing on the American team, it looks like. Minnie is slamming. I'll tell you what, Minnie seems to be dominating all the sports here, doesn't it? Look like that? I better be able to feel it all the way down, right? I will say this, is it Richerie? I'll just call you R. Unless you want me to call you by another name, I'll be glad to do so. You can always ask if you have some special needs for any kind of dietary options. My wife is gluten-free, so feel free to ask if you can speak to a chef, and if they don't have anything available, might be able to mix something up for you. So always ask. You never know what they might be able to surprise you with. Now viewing the world, welcome in. We are using an iPhone 13 for our streaming today. Hey, you're not living vicariously. We think that you're here with us. That's the way we feel it is. So thank you for being here and hanging out with us at the All-Stars. I'll tell you what, everyone that I see that Minnie's in, she is killing it. I mean, have you seen one in which Minnie is in it and she is not dominating? Am I wrong here? Tell me if I'm off. Welcome in, Debbie. Good to see you. I know, it's wonderful. Even at buffets, like at Boma, the last time we went to a buffet at Boma, Josh actually walked up and down the buffet with Susan telling her each and every single one of the things that she could and could not have, and spent so much time with her. And then afterwards brought her special desserts just for her. Once again, showing the athletic prowess of Minnie. She is. She's just good at every single one of them. I had no idea that she was just an all-around good player. Nothing but net. Oh, and here's a picture of me doing the hurdles. Brownsburg Kevin, welcome in. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. You are now officially a member of our Magic Crew here on the channel. Magic Crew, welcome in, Brownsburg Kevin. So glad to have you today. Oh no, yes, the All-Stars, some of them were some of the last ones to come out, so made them a little bit difficult to get to and to enjoy. Now, I will tell you this, All-Star Music, when they're full back in capacity and everything is open, everything is going, they have some of the most unique and best desserts in all of the All-Stars. And they have desserts that they offer there that you do not get at movies and you do not get here at sports. So if you are not staying at music later on, it's always worth it, especially as more and more cast members come back and things open up even more. I would say walk over and check out music's desserts and see if you can find something unique and different. So as an example, when we used to come before PC, you know what we're saying, they actually had a monthly dessert over at music, and it was a flower, a different flower every month. And the first one they had was like a cherry blossom, and it was a Mulan design, but it was cherry blossoms. So I'll show you guys the pool here. Here's our pool today, the main pool. I think they still are doing some sharing of buses at this point, Calvin, because, well, you know, they've just now added the third back. And they're not, as far as I know, they may still not be opening every single room. So I think they're going to be waiting until we get rooms back, and then they'll have dedicated buses for each resort. But that's something they should have. So here's an overall map of our area, guys. Welcome in if you guys are just joining us here. Good afternoon, Kate. Good to see you. We are here at the All-Star Sports, which just reopened again last Thursday after being closed since March of 2020. There are, in fact, 10 buildings here, not counting the stadium hall or the lobby. We're going to work our way around, and we're going to walk through all 10 areas so you guys can see what the buildings and the designs and things look like inside. And then if we get done, if we still haven't meandered and taken too much time, we're going to make our way over to the next resort, the next All-Star. So we're right now standing at our main pool, and this is our surfboard bay and kiddie pool. And they have, we'll take you guys and see some of the other ones as well. So let's talk at some of the different buildings. Starting at building number 1, Surfs Up to the Hoops Hotel is in buildings 2 and 3. Center Court Basketball 4 and 5. The other Surfs Up is building 6. So these are both of our surfing buildings right here in the middle. 7, building 7 is football. 8 and 9 is baseball, and 10 is the other football. So you can see here, surf, basketball, tennis, football, and baseball. Now you're thinking, wait a minute, I like hockey. Where's the hockey? We'll see you at movies. Jay Wild staying at Music this upcoming trip. Oh, I hope they have all of those specialty desserts back again. And by the way, I did check just to make sure the new promotion that came out this morning only goes to September 30th. We had several clients. It was like, oh no, I'm just beyond that by a few days. Don't worry. If and when new promotions come out, you know we're going to take care of you guys. We've got the guest laundry. Ping pong tables and other activities around the pool. And we may get some thunderstorms this afternoon. A little darker clouds, but still very nice day overall. K-Bug staying here in August in Music. You're staying in August. Hey, that's during the new promotion. K-Bug, did you talk to your agent about getting you the lower price if you're a Disney Plus subscriber? If not, you need to look into that. You may get 15%, 10 to 15% off your stay. Don't miss out on that opportunity. So what I mean by not fully open is, like, for instance, last fall we took you guys over to Port Orleans Riverside and Port Orleans French Quarter when they opened up. The resort is open, but they may not be at 100% all the rooms open. So for instance, they may have a certain building that's closed, or they may not have the backside of certain buildings open. So those rooms are just not available, you know, due to staffing or because they don't think they have the need. So even though all the hotels may be open and all the rooms that they have available are full, there may still be some rooms that are not being booked, so to speak. All the lizards running around. Minnie's World of Sports, there you go. Minnie's dominating. So the one thing to keep in mind when it comes to the All-Stars and when I say this, any of the value resorts, they will all be outdoor corridors. So notice our rooms, all of the doors to the rooms are visible from the outside. There are no interior hallways. So you will not start to see interior hallways until you get to deluxe resorts such as the Riviera, Wilderness Lodge, the Polynesian. The only value resort or that you're going to see are moderate is, you know, when you go over to Art of Animation, the family suites are interior. Good afternoon, Jennifer. Welcome in. Brownsburg Kevin, we're looking forward to being able to say that they are fully out and operational for every room. But I think a lot of it has to do with staffing and other reasons like that. So we're getting there, though. We're getting there, which is another reason why, you know, we're still working our way back to full occupancy. We're working our way back to all of the restaurants being open. And there are still some that are not open, like 1900 Park Fair. Still waiting for word on that. Basically, I just walked around the building. Welcome in, Miss Sugar Cookie. Look at this beautiful day here at the All-Stars. So the thing about the All-Stars, they have plenty of great things for photos and videos for the guests. So even if you're staying in building 5, you should take a chance to explore the resorts that you're staying in and see all the kind of fun opportunities and things that you and your kids can take pictures with and enjoy. Disney's All-Star Resorts. Look at Mickey here. Great backdrop, and even a Mickey hidden on the ground. Hey, did we hit 150 likes? Is that true? Julie says, I heard the resort has only opened up at 30% capacity for the moment. We found out internal discussions we heard at French Quarter when they first opened was only at 40%. So okay, Bug, that was you asked about that. Yeah, we'll be glad to help you transfer that over. We can switch it over. Be glad to help you out. I love the fact that we can transfer things because it proves the point that we really don't cost anything more than what you would cost if you booked it directly, because as agents we use the same portal system that if you call into Disney to book. The only difference is our name gets put on your reservation, and after you guys travel, Disney will actually pay us a commission for helping you guys do it. So honestly, it's a sales position because we are selling our services as travel agents, but to me it's the only kind of sales position I could actually do, because I can't push products on people that they don't want. I don't have that in me to do that, to try to convince somebody that they need something that they don't need. But if they're going to go on vacation anyway and they're going to enjoy themselves, why not have an agent help you, and it doesn't cost anything, and that's the biggest thing. So I once was in a sales position where my manager every day would tell us, you have to have them sign up for a credit card, and if they give them $1,000 on the credit card, then you need to sell them $1,000 worth of stuff. And I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna do very well here. I don't like sales like that. But this kind of sales, I help you, you help us, and Disney pays the price. So I love it. All right, we're in our hoops. Very clearly our basketball area. And if you can dunk that, I will be impressed. I mean, honestly, if you can dunk anything, I'm impressed. I'm not a dunker. Oh, nice breeze coming through here. By the way, if anyone is just joining the stream, we are here at Disney's All-Star Sports, our value resort that just reopened last Thursday. We've got our whistle here. Of course, you don't really normally get to see what's inside the whistle, but there's the little ball. The Hoops Hotel. Welcome in, Gina. How are you? Disney Fort Girl, welcome into the chat. So you're asking a question, is it 15% off if subscribers of Disney Plus for all resorts? No, it's actually, it depends on the resorts. It's 25% is the deluxe, and then it goes, I believe, down to, it's off the top of my head, so I have to go back, brand new thing. I think it's 20% for moderate, 15% for value, and 10% if you're staying in the campgrounds. And all you have to do is have an active, let me pop that back up here real quick where you guys can see it. You just have to have an active Disney Plus account. And honestly, you don't even have to be active right now. I'll give you the insider tip. You only have to be active by the Wednesday, the week after we book you the trip. So even if you're not an active subscriber at the moment, I could book you a room, and as long as you sign up by a week after on Wednesday, they will validate your account to make sure you're active, and if not, they'll cancel. But it's a great promotion that if you're interested in, let us know. Send us an email. So it's the first time they've ever given a promotion like that for Disney Plus. So send us an email if you're interested in looking at have some quotes. Keep in mind there's only a select number of rooms that are set aside for this promotion, and once those are booked, it doesn't matter if there's rooms at the hotel or not, the promotion just won't be available. So it really is kind of a thing. Right now they still offer, right now in a period that we have promotions that are open, but we can't utilize them. If you were to book something in May, there's open promotion times, but there are no rooms available. So the earlier you book, the better off you'll be. So great bright colors. And again, all of these are newly renovated, so they're in really great shape if you're coming. Carrie Dodd, did they refurbish the room? Yes, yes. All of these are nice and new and fresh. You can imagine if you just checked in last Thursday, you're like in a brand new room. All right, this is the Hoops Hotels. We just passed over the Surf's Up. We'll make our way on over into the tennis. Hopefully we'll make it over to the music and we'll see what's going on with it right now. And thank you guys for hitting the thumbs up when you come into our chats. That makes a huge difference with YouTube analytics. The more people we have hit that thumbs up, the more likely it is that YouTube's going to share out our stream and invite some new Disney fans to come join our crew here. So thank you for hitting that. Tennis! Oh, don't you just love it here? Come on, there's got to be a few tennis people in here and get the jokes. I didn't say they were good jokes. I'm just serving them up as best I can. So Joey, we don't have any word on promotions. We didn't even know about this promotion today until it was released. They do give us information the morning of as travel agents, but it's almost like yelling duck right before the ball hits you in the face. So we don't usually get too advanced a notice of the new promotions. We just have to be prepared to accommodate and be ready. So right now, the only promotions we have is this one out to September 30th. There hopefully will be some discounts available in November. And if you have an active reservation with us, as soon as those promotions are made available, we start working. That's why we were late getting started today. We were supposed to start at 11 a.m., but I was spending my morning changing and adding the new Disney Plus reservation promotions to our existing reservations, and letting all of our clients know how much it was going to be their savings. So notice we're side court here, and I don't think these guys are playing the right sport. Playing baseball. Poor Donald. Hey Donald, I don't think they're doing it right. He doesn't look happy about it either. I know, Anthony, the gall of some people. I am so sorry. I wish I could just apologize for them. That's not even a tennis ball. Come on, Louie. At least throw a tennis ball. Of course, if he smacks that tennis ball with that baseball bat, we're all in trouble. Yeah, don't try to jump the net either. It's metal. Donald, I don't know what's going on with those nephews, but they got a racket going. Have you ever seen Donald dressed to play tennis? It's his tennis outfit, by the way. Breeze coming through here. It's like Spaceship Earth through here. One more look at the tennis court from this angle here. SB, this is the Disney's All-Star Sports. We are at the tennis buildings where they're serving up nice, bright, sunny skies today. It is a little windy, isn't it? It's like I'm walking through a wind tunnel right through here. Notice our little meeting hall over there. Now, I'm not 100% sure, guys, but it kind of looks like the tennis building looks like a tennis ball canister. So, we're going to keep making our way over through the resorts, and I want you guys to look over there. I can see some music. That's how close the All-Star Sports is to All-Stars music. We are in buildings, I believe 4 and 5. The center court. Yep. That's what I thought. That's our tennis ball canister right there. Usually the buildings, the ends of the buildings, the stairs are covered in such a way, and whatever the theming is for that particular building. So if you're staying at the end buildings, this is a shared parking lot for both All-Star Music and All-Star Sports. So if you're thinking, well, I really like the food court at Music, but all they have is availability at Sports, it's not really that far a distance to be able to walk to and have access to the other All-Stars. So if you're put into a situation like that, it's not too bad just to stay at one and then jump and walk to the other. Do you have any idea what room I might be in when I go or which building? So, Jay, wow, this is the way it works with Disney. It's a very good thing to know about. Well, you can always request certain buildings or certain places. First of all, the type of room that you book will have a definite effect on which building you get placed into. Keeping in mind, if you were going to Pop Century and you were to get a standard room, you're not going to be booked in one of the rooms that is directly next to the lobby. Standard rooms are probably going to be out into the 80s and 90s, a lot farther out. If you wanted to be closer to the lobby, you need to get a preferred room. But here's the main thing to keep in mind as far as which room you're actually going to be staying in. Rooms are not assigned by Disney until the morning of your check-in. So we could make requests, but it's really up to the managers working that morning as far as the booking goes. So the best thing to do is that if you're going to be checking in or you're going to be showing up to the resort early and then going to the parks, the first thing to do is go to the lobby as soon as you get there and say, well, where am I assigned? and then say, is there any availability or places to move me to a different building, as long as I'm in my right room category. And they can make accommodations as long as there's availability, but it usually doesn't get assigned officially until the morning of your check-in. Yeah, I won't play on the playground, I'll be good. But newly painted, really nice and fresh, clean looking and everything. It's pretty awesome, Dave. Lots of times if they can accommodate it, they love to do so. It's always best to ask. Just what you don't want to do is book a standard room and then expect or try to push for your cast members to put you in a preferred room as magic, when really that's not something they usually have capability of doing. So you can't book a $69 room in Vegas and then get disappointed when they don't put you in the penthouse. All right, let's make it over. We got two more. We got football, we got baseball. And again, because we got the buildings here, it creates this wind tunnel, which today makes it really feel nice, but I'm sure it's wreaking havoc on our microphone. Notice our banisters are the stands, the fans watching the game. All right, we're in our areas referred to as touchdown. Got our players on the field. All of these have turf grass, so it's a great place when you're just coming to hang out after the park day. Kids have a little bit more energy. Have them come out and run around, bring a ball or something to play with, and or just chase. That wind, I said it feels good. They're doing additional cleaning and preparations down here. They make for great photo opportunities, so even if you're not staying in these rooms in touchdown, come over and get some really great photos. I mean, I got a big head, but not quite that big. For that point after touchdown. Goal! Field goal! Poof. They seem really quiet over here. All right, now it's time to hit our last, as we walk out of touchdown, we'll hit our last set of buildings over here. So Vicky, yes, all of the hotels are within walking distance of each other. So as I finish walking out of the baseball area, we should be able to walk directly over and into All-Star Music. We're getting new curbs installed today. We've got our home field. Pool over here. Of course, our baseball area. Gary and Missy, welcome in. Hi everyone, just booked with the Disney Plus deal. Thanks for the tip, Chris. Oh, that's awesome. Hope you got a great deal on where you wanted to go. And if you ever want to have a really friendly and knowledgeable travel agent to help you, even if you've already just booked, you can contact us and we can even transfer that booking over to our name and help you with everything else with your travel as well. You ever seen a diamond-shaped pool before? I think Goofy's cheating when it comes to his pitching. It looks like a cannon. Hey Goofy, when they say cannonball, that's not what they meant. Well, here's the thing, WWE fan. Unless you really press them, they won't even tell you. It's not really supposed to be common knowledge that some of the rooms aren't available. But they're usually scattered out. So it's not as if an entire building is closed. They may just have like the outside building closed. So that doesn't mean that if you want to stay in a certain building or have fun at a certain pool, they'll still have access to that. They just will have a certain number of rooms inside that building not available. So they don't have to clean them. Kind of spread everybody out. All right, so that is All Star Sports. We have walked to all of the buildings and all the way back to building 10. Of course, Home Run Hotel here is in buildings 8 and 9. Let me know in the chat, if you guys stayed in All Star Sports, which of the building themes would you guys like to stay in? Would it be Surf's Up? Would it be the basketball hoops? Would you like to stay in the tennis area, football, or would you like to have access to the pool over here and the baseball area? David's going to be staying at All-Star Movies February of next year. Let's see if we can make it the movies as well. First, let's hit some music, shall we? We'll walk you out into the parking lot for All-Star Sports. All-Star Sports. All-Star Sports. And now I'm in the parking lot to All-Star Music. All-Star Music. All-Star Music. Okay, buddies, like hoops or surf. Can you imagine if they come up with a game where you shoot hoops from a surfboard? Not quite yet. Matter of fact, we still every once in a while hear people talking about the fact that, you know, they had trouble getting mousekeeping to clean up just right. I got to think we're getting closer and closer to that, but I don't think we're there quite just yet. John would definitely be staying in baseball. I love the pool in baseball, and I love the access to the pool. So Jay Wild says, I want to stay in the Mighty Ducks. Yes, the Mighty Ducks. If you do love hockey, then if you want to make yourself over to Disney's All-Star Movies, where you get to stay in the Mighty Ducks. So if you're just joining us, we have just finished walking through and checking out all of All-Star Sports. And now we've made it to our next area. Welcome in, guys. If you have never joined us here at Ear to Ear Magic, my name is Chris. I am your agent in the parks and your camera operator for today's walkthrough of all of the All-Stars. We've made it through one, 2 more to go. Next one up, Disney All-Star Music. So we just passed by. I'm going to be taking a look at our Calypso, and we'll see all the different music types. I like the Surf's Ups only because of the fact that it's right there by the main lobby. I like having access to the main lobby, especially if I have a resort mug. At the end of the day, if it's still open after hitting the parks, I can go get a refill and hydrate a little bit. Building 1 here at All Star Music is the Calypso. Buildings 2 is Jazz. Lauren says Lucas would demand that you stay in baseball. Brenda G says we've stayed in baseball several times and it's easy access to parking. That's true. Look how easy it was to just walk over to your car. All right, so we'll come back to the buildings. I'm going to head over to the main lobby first, and then we'll check back out and the rest of the buildings as well. As a reminder to anyone who is a patron of ours over on patreon.com, we do have our monthly Zoom call tonight, starting at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. If you are a patron and would love to join us, you are all invited to join us by both video and audio tonight on the Zoom call. And if you've never joined a Zoom call with us for our patron group, but I've always was interested in taking a chance and checking out the community, getting to meet a few people here on our streams a little bit more than just what's on the streams, getting to see their faces and hear them talk. Tonight's a good chance to do that. Go check it out at patreon.com/ear-to-ear magic. We have 5 tiers you can choose to join in. The cheapest one is only at $5 a month to help the channel, and that gains you access to the Zoom call. So check it out and see. All right, our main pool here at All Star Music has some of our favorite characters mid-center in a performance concert that will never be forgotten. Yes, it's not uno, it's not dos, but tres. Yes, the 3 caballeros. And Panchito, he has water guns. Nice wide pool in the shape of a guitar. How did you guys notice that it was a guitar? It's almost like staying at the Hard Rock. All right, we'll come back out in just a second and then check out the rooms. But first, let's go check out the lobby. Now, these have been recently remodeled, not as recent as sports, but they've been touched up a little as well. By the way, I love that. I gotta go back to that. The curb joke was good. Welcome in the Disney Baker. Taking a break. It's a beautiful day out. Everybody say hello to the baker. Making magic happen over at MK right now. Welcome in, Amy. How are you doing today? So, Again, these have been recently redone. New floors, new lobbies. And the biggest thing is, and this is the same thing that we noticed here before we even saw any of them over at the Contemporary, all the long hall, all the long countertops where it goes from one end to the other, they have been replaced by what we refer to basically as pods. Small desks with lots of space in between. It becomes a lot more open and inviting, and that is the philosophy that many of the hotels have been taking to. Even the Yacht Club, when it got revised as well. The Riviera is the same. Jay Wild, if I bring my reusable mug back to Disney, can I use it on my second trip? Very good question. The answer is yes, you can use it on your next trip. But we tell you don't, okay? And this is why. When you get a resort mug, you have to pay the $20 fee that allows you to have unlimited refills for your entire stay. When you bring your mug back, the chip underneath the mug can be reactivated for the same price as it was before for the entire amount of your stay. It's the same price. This is what we recommend. If you're going to pay the same price, leave your cup at home and get a brand new mug when you arrive. So one, you have one less thing in your bag to carry here, and two, you get to carry a second mug home. If you're paying the same price, unless you just don't want to have another mug, we recommend you don't bring your old mugs back. If you're going to get one anyway, just get a brand new mug. At least that's the way I look at it. Welcome in, Melanie. Good to see you. Happy Tuesday and welcome to Disney's All-Star Music. Now, even though this is a little different, notice our stars are still very much the same in theming. Artie Arch. You guys are familiar with Radio Disney Music Awards? They also have a gift shop. This one is Maestro Mickey's. Almost the exact same setup as the one we saw at All-Star Sports. So, not really much change. Matter of fact, it's pretty much all the same merchandise. As we talked about, they do not have exclusive resort merchandise for each of the different All-Stars. They usually share merch. So, whatever you can get at one, you can pretty much get at the other two as well. They do have their arcade. Notable games. Oh, thank you guys so much for hitting those like buttons. Man, you got us to 200 likes already. Sweet. Arcade is open every morning from 8 a.m. to 11 p.m. So even if the park closes at 8:30 at Animal Kingdom, you can still come over and play some arcade games. Here is the intermission food court. When you need to take a break in between Act 1 and Act 2. Roasted salmon, pasta with meatballs, pizza of course, grilled chicken breast, barbecue pulled pork sandwich, Impossible Market Burger, pimento bacon burger, which is pretty much available at all of the resorts, and of course is available to place a mobile order. Matter of fact, if you guys wanted to go ahead and take a screenshot of that right there, you can go ahead and look at the menu with me if you want to. Notice it's the same exact setup as All-Star Sports. To a T. T. The jokes don't get much better from here on out, I apologize. Including our desserts. Welcome in, John the Barber. Good to see you again this morning. Now, I will tell you, once this kitchen fully opens back up, this is the best All-Star resort to come to for desserts. Trust me, we come a lot. And when they have their full bakery team up and running, they have such great specialty cupcakes here at All Star Music. It is worth walking over to from both sports and movies to check it out if you're staying here. Unfortunately, right now, things are still a little bit limited as far as the menu items. So a lot of the same things you're seeing, we saw earlier at the sports as well. You're all worried, WWE fans? You're going to be at movies, which is a completely different game. Completely different game, especially for the food court. Now, this is pretty much a cookie cutter of what we saw before sports. But when we get to movies, the Rialto is different. I tell you what, I am honored that we have such awesome cast members as the Disney Baker, that even on their break, they will pop in and say hello. No wonder people like to hang out with you guys. You're just awesome people to be out with. Ollie E, no, this is pre-recorded, Ollie E. None of this is live. What's wrong? He doesn't like the music? I think they do a really good job. Maybe it's Donald. Welcome in, John. Good afternoon and welcome to All Star Music. Let's see if Minnie carries the weight of all the music performances. I don't think Goofy understands the idea of a steel drum. See, WWE fan, next time you need to let us help you book for you. We could take care of that for you. Matter of fact, I could do that while we're live streaming. Ollie says, my brother Mike is in the Disney College program. He's at the store there now. Here at the music? Ollie, is Mike actually working today at All Star Music? He is. Well, I'll go back over there. We'll find Mike and say hello. A little country music. See, that is country music for you right there. Look, your dog is hurt. Your truck is broken. And your girlfriend's left you. If that ain't country music, I don't know what is. Welcome in, Maribel. We'll have to fix that in the future, Aaron. Next time you come, we'll have to see if we can get you to stay at one of the Disney resorts.
Me too. I didn't even get any.
You're awesome too, Hog the Fam. I'm just holding around the camera. Anybody can do that. Hey, let's go see if we can find Mike. Anybody want to go see if we can find Mike? Mark, you guys remember when the food was terrible in the 90s? It's not always a slam dunk in the other direction. There's so much variety these days. Some things are really awesome and some things are just Six Flags like. And that's why when we have live streams, and I get people send me messages all the time. Your live streams, all you do is eat. You eat food. Who want us to eat food? That's all you do. We don't try to eat food all the time, but we do try to try things every so often, so that it can help you find the good things and avoid the bad things. does. Oh, see, that's why we prefer to be on hold rather than you guys. Because sometimes, there was one time I was on hold for 3.5 hours to talk to Universal. Oh, pardon me. Now, around Easter time, guys, they always, if you get here and you realize that you need a little help from the Easter Bunny, Disney can help out. They can actually help you get in touch with the Easter Bunny to come up with a really cool custom-made basket and then have it delivered. So if it happens that you've made your way over to Disney and you realize that you forgot to let the Easter Bunny know where you guys are going to be, they can help out with some customized Easter baskets. Just saying. Laura, you know why it's still not possible to book meals when booking a Disney World hotel? The Disney dining plan is not back, mainly because of the fact that all of the hotel or all of the restaurants are not open. Until all the restaurants are open again, it's going to be really hard for them to fulfill the dining plan. Because basically, the dining plan basically means you're paying for your food ahead of time. And if you get table service, but they don't have enough tables in the restaurants because some of the restaurants are closed, it's going to cause some massive problems. So I think it's just going to take some time until everything is open again. David says, I just hit the subscribe button. Thank you so much, David. Welcome into the group. Thank you for becoming a Magic Crew member. Appreciate you hitting that subscribe button today. By the way, here's the 2022 Mickey Easter Bunny plush. Welcome in, Maddie B. Thank you so much, Maddie. We appreciate that. Good afternoon, it's me. How are you doing today? Tastes like chicken. Welcome in, Shane. We are taking a walk-around trip to see Disney's All-Star Resorts. We've already walked through the sports. We're now just going to the lobby of music, and then we're going to check out the rooms and buildings that are around in music, and then we're going to make our way over to music, to movies. So, beginning April 3rd through April 17th, you can find amazing ready-made Easter baskets in the merchandise shops. That's what we were talking about when we first came in. All the way until Easter Day. So I have to look and see if we can find Mike. Ollie, 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 trying to find your brother Mikey. Welcome in, Marisette. Good afternoon. Heather says, what is your favorite resort to stay at if you were there with your family and trying to make the most of everything? Hope that makes sense. I think I get what you're getting at. Prior to the Skyliner, let me put it this way, Heather. Prior to the Skyliner arriving on property, I would have answered Port Orleans Riverside. It's a moderate hotel. It's very quiet. I love the feel, the ambiance. I love the food court there, and it's an easy walk or a boat ride over to French Quarter, which has a great food court as well. The difference is now is with the Skyliner. I think my favorite would probably be the Caribbean Beach. Not so much for the theming, not so much for the resort, as much as for its location, because it's at the hub of the Skyliner. I can get a Skyliner ride over to the Hollywood Studios or over to Epcot, and that to me is probably the biggest thing to take into consideration. That's coming from a personal standpoint, and I do understand as a travel agent, I cannot put and impose my thoughts onto our clients, but I oftentimes have to remind them that it makes a big difference in transportation, not having to wait for a bus and having to ride on a bus when your kids are half asleep on your way back. And you know, you get a bus show up and then all of a sudden it's full and you have to wait for the next bus, or there's no room to sit down. The Skyliners are so much nicer, and they cover both, you know, Epcot and Hollywood Studios. So there are no Disney stores here. Everything is Disney Parks. It's a different label. But now that Disney stores have closed down, every once in a while you'll find items which were originally intended to be for Disney store. And I bet you I can find one. I'm gonna go looking for a Disney store item right now. You can usually find them pretty easily. Oh, I know we saw them. Yeah, I want to go up here. This is a good place to look for them. Nope, these are all Disney parks, but they do eventually. I read every so often you'll run into. Here's one right here. This. See that label? That is not a Disney Parks label. That is a Disney Store label. So these were originally intended to be in a Disney store. So notice it doesn't say Disney Parks. It says Disney on it. So but there are no Disney stores. So, and be very careful when you go to Disney Springs. When you go to the World of Disney, don't call it a Disney store, because that's the wrong terminology. They're not in any way connected whatsoever. Different business groupings, so they're just not the same. So Ollie, I haven't seen a mic in the store. I don't know if Mike is on break. Good afternoon. Is there cast members working in the store named Mike today?
No, he's not here today.
Not here today? Thank you very much. I appreciate it. We missed Mike today. She said he's not working today. We tried, Ollie. Hey, tell Mike we missed him. We'll have to catch him next time. Oh, thank him for hanging out with me. That was great. Welcome in an awfully big adventure. Glad you can hang out with us here at the resorts today. And anybody else who's just jumping in to watch, we are walking and doing a complete walking tour of all the All-Star resorts. We've already done All-Star Sports, so if you want to catch it later on and go back and watch it in the replay, you can do so. If you've never been there and you want to kind of know what the buildings look like, or where they're situated at. Now we're going to be taking a walk over to All-Star Music and check out all of the rooms here and the buildings that are here. So if you see it, you'll go, well, you know what? I remember walking through it with Chris, and they had this kind of building, and that's where we want to go and stay. So here's our directory. And notice All-Star Music is a lot more narrow to the back as opposed to Sports, which was wide. We walked over from Sports right in between here. So this is the parking lot. Sports is right here on the map, easily walkable. So let's look at our buildings here. Buildings 1 and 10 are the Calypso. They're right across from the guitar pool with the 3 caballeros. Next, 2 and 9 are Jazz. 3 and 4 are Rock. 5 and 6 are Country. And 7 and 8 are our Broadway. So we'll go check it out. Just yell Mike. Mike! I hate that we missed Mike. That would have been really cool if we could have said hello to Mike. David, thank you again for hitting that subscribe button. Welcome into the Magic Crew. And if anybody else we missed, we would love to welcome you in as well. If you did hit the subscribe button and it didn't pop up in the chat, just let us know. We've got a great crew here in our community of our channel. We refer to ourselves as the Magic Crew because whereas I show you guys the parks Monday through Friday and ride the rides and eat the food, the major magic happens in the chat because that's where we grow community. We get to make friends. We get to learn about other people who enjoy the parks like we do. And the funny thing is that when you guys show up in the parks around the same time and you see and meet each other in real life, it means that you guys have become friends. And that's the coolest thing about this Magic Crew community. So thank you, David, for hitting that subscribe button. And anybody else who's done so today, let us know. We'd love to welcome you in as well. Oh, I love French Quarter. It's great. Wonderful. Oh, thank you, Disney Mama. We appreciate it. We want you guys to have fun, but at the same time, we also want to make sure that you have information, because that's extremely important. Why? Because our very first family vacation, when we came here with our kids, when they were very, very young, we knew little about the parks, about the resorts, about the roads, about where we could and could not go, where we could save money, where not to spend money, what to buy and what not to buy. And I was stressed out, honestly. I mean, I'll tell you, I had hair back then, lots of hair, lots of beautiful long flowing hair. And yeah, not so much anymore. So we want to make sure, we want to make your next experience a lot more enjoyable by having those questions answered before you get here. So like I said, music is a lot longer.
Alrighty, rock stars, you guys ready? Alright,
so this corridor will take you all the way through. We've just slipped through. It is a long corridor where we're going to go through. Calypso, of course, is our main two buildings right there by the lobby. So if you get a preferred room and you book a preferred room with us here at Music, more than likely you're going to be in either Calypso or Jazz. And if you get a preferred pool, that's a different room category. Preferred means that you're going to be in one of these buildings. Preferred pool means you're going to be right here in these two buildings looking at the pool. So makes a big difference. Hey, Captain Good Guy. Good to see you. Have a great afternoon. Say hey to Robin for me. Great photo opportunities when you come to the All-Stars. That's what I was telling everybody earlier in the stream. Even if you're not staying in a building, doesn't mean you shouldn't explore it and get some really cool photos. The Jazz Inn. Mark asked the question, do you think room rates will ever go down in price? I don't think so. This is the way it works, especially when it comes to hotels everywhere. Room rates are always fluid, and as time goes on, rates will always go up, especially during the most busy time of the year. So keep in mind that if you look at room rates the week of Thanksgiving, they're not going to be the same as if you look for them, you know, during an off time. The one thing, Mark, to keep in mind when it comes to tickets, unless you're a Florida resident and have a Florida resident offer with Disney, Disney rarely, if ever, gives discounts on their tickets. The tickets aren't where you will find promotions. Where you're going to save your money and where you're going to get your promotional pricings is going to come off the rooms. So instead of saying we're going to take $15 off the tickets in the parks, no, they're going to tell you we're going to take 15% off of your room. Because tickets will always be purchased, but people aren't always going to stay on property. So where are they going to put the promotions? They're going to try to get you to come to stay on property. So that's something to always keep in mind, which is why when we tell people, look, it's going to be a standard rate right now if you book in the fall. If you were to contact me and say, Chris, we'd like to stay in, you know, the second week, third week of November, and I would send you a quote, you're gonna go, wow, that's really expensive. You think it's gonna, you know, is there a sale price? There's not a promotional price right now, but just like the promotion that came out today with the Disney Plus, it's they will release promotions later. If you already have a reservation under the standard rate, it's never going to go higher because you've locked in that price with Disney. But once promotions come out, like the one we had today, and if you guys are coming in a little bit late to the stream and you're like, I don't know what he's talking about, we'll pop it back up here for you. This promotion came out today. Disney Plus subscribers can save up to 25%. Select hotels when you stay between July 8th and September 30th. This is only on a certain number of rooms at each of the hotels, so the earlier you book, the more likely you are to be able to actually use this promotion. We already had clients who had trips booked for July. That the reason we started late today is because I was going back in, changing their reservations, applying the new promotion, and one family, I sent them an email saying, hey, by the way, your room reservation is now $566.72 cheaper. So always book early, and then when promotions come out, we can reduce it and apply your promotions to it. Here's the thing, if you book it at a standard rate and something happens and you're like, well, I've had hours reduced at work, or we've had an accident, we had to have surgery, or for whatever reason you're not able to go. If you put a $200 deposit down on a reservation for Disney for a room and tickets, and something happens later on, all you have to do is simply tell me we can't come. You can cancel it, or I can move it further out if you want. But if you tell us to cancel it, as long as it's within 30 days further out, you'll get a full refund on that $200. So if you have a $200 deposit that you can make now, it's best to make your reservation, get that room rate as low locked in as possible, and then we'll try to get it cheaper a little bit later on. So check out our stairs over here in our rock and roll. Of course, we've got the oldies but the goodies here, the classic. You can see, I love the fact that the see-through screening, it looks like the speakers, your amplifiers, your speakers. We've got music notes and records all on the banisters. And notice our middle out here, our grass. Now this is unusual. Let me point out why. This is actual grass. This is not AstroTurf. Lots of the middle courts in these rooms and areas usually have AstroTurf on them. This is one of the few ones that has actual grass, but it's a road. Kind of in the mood for like diner food now. Check out our Chevy over here. And these buildings tend to force air in between them the way that they do, creating a natural wind tunnel. So on those hot days, sometimes you get some really good wind burst. Most of these buildings have stairs going to the second or third floors at the end, and disguise whatever theming it was. Like over at sports, they were either a canister of tennis balls, or they were a football. Here, they're disguised as speakers, but you have them on each end of the building, and then in the middle of each of these buildings are additional stairs, plus an elevator for those who cannot walk up the stairs if you're staying on the second or third floor. So guys, I apologize for not jumping back into the chat. My screen has gotten really dark because of the brightness of the sun, which I can't really complain about because it's beautiful Florida sunshine. So thank you to all of our mods who jump in and help us out, volunteer their time and efforts to help us in our chats. Lots of times they can help us out by answering questions or making sure everything is going well in the chat when I have times like this when it's harder to see. Let's get a little easier now. Jenny G, welcome in. Good to see you. Anybody got any quarters for the jukebox? And again, all of the rooms here at the All Stars are outdoor hallways, outdoor corridors with windows that face out. Now, because of that, welcome in, Tony. Good to see you. Mark H's last time I stayed there was $79 a night. How awesome is that? Oh, I wish it was that way again, my friend. The cool thing that happens because the windows are open like this is it is oftentimes a tradition for many families to decorate their windows, especially around holidays. So if they come for 4th of July, Easter, Halloween, Christmas, they will tape all kinds of decorations or lights for Christmas into the interior of the window, and they sort of make it sort of like a contest, even though there's no winners, there's no judges. So if you are staying at the All Stars, consider coming up with some really cool, unique decorations that you can tape up in your window. Not only does it make it sort of a fun thing to do with the family, but here's another little tip. You're tired. You just spent 14 hours in the Magic Kingdom. You can barely keep awake, and you're not even sure the last time you had anything to eat. You guys remember where our room is? Oh look, there it is. I can see the stuff in the window. Notice our buildings have gone brown. We've made it to buildings 5. Over to the country fair. There's a snake in my boot. Yeah, it's kind of sad there's not a snake in that boot. That'd be kind of funny, even though it's not more of a movie reference. But as big as these cowboy boots are, they're probably still smaller than most of the boots in the state of Texas. Steven out there, where's Walt's Chili? Help us out here. Notice our completely different look and feel of our interior center courtyard here for country music. Very quiet. It's got picnic tables here and trees. Even a few cacti looking floral plants to match the theming. Lola, down in Disney area currently. First park day is next Wednesday. Exciting. You made it. Let us know if you have any questions. That's a lot of boots. Boots on the ground. Now, you may be wondering, well, if I get into a certain area, if I'm staying in country, if I'm staying in jazz, what does that have to do with the interior of the room? Keep in mind, the interior is not going to have really any change in way it's set up or designed. It's really just the theming of the buildings outside. So really and truly, most of the theming, the importance of the theming has more to do with your geography and where you're at in relation to the lobby. So not so much any concern about what's in your room. Christine says, we dressed our window during Christmas. So you know what I'm talking about. Hey, look, here we go. Somebody's celebrating their 16th birthday. Happy birthday, 16 in the window. I had some tape malfunctions. Kind of shocked we haven't seen more of those, honestly. Welcome in, Leanne. How you doing today? Happy Tuesday. Oh, that's cool. Well, Joni, if you see us again, come over and say hello to the crew. We'd love to have you come over and tell us what you thought and how much you've enjoyed being here at All Star Music. And thanks for popping into the chat. Now, I'm going to show you another cool detail. Would you like to see the back of the maintenance building for the pool here? Why would I want to show you the back of a pool building? All right, you audiophiles, check that out. Tell me what you're looking at. I'm excited looking at this because I know what it is. Oh yes, D, I've got that information. We'll be posting it here. I thought I'd actually posted it. I'd set it up as a draft, and I just haven't hit the submit button yet. Last time I did it, I think a few days early, and a lot of people didn't know where to find it. So I'll be posting it probably. So this is the back of our pool building. Look at all the connectors. Those are all audio connectors for speakers and for other types of wires. I mean, it could have just been a plain ordinary building. They even put the little bitty screws that you see at the back of your stereos. That attention to detail is what I love about staying on Disney property. Pretty cool, right, WWE fan? Here, let's get one more look at our pool back here before we hit our last building at Disney's All-Star Music Resort. And then we'll make our way over to the very last All-Stars. So, got our little keyboard. Now notice our first pool in the front was shaped like a guitar. Our pool back here is shaped like a piano. It even has the keys in the front. So, again, great theming, great shapes for the pool. And they're playing The Greatest Show. The Greatest Showman is playing over the pool. Again, we get our buildings like it'll create a little natural tunnel. Now this one, we've just entered Broadway. The difference here is there's no grass in the center. We do have our top hats, our tuxedos. It's a gigantic chorus line. We got mousekeeping out here taking care of things for the day. Ooh, I apologize for the wind against the microphone because that's a pretty strong wind. It will tone down once we get out from between the two buildings. And what better way to celebrate Broadway than Disney on Broadway? We've got our marquees here. We've got The Lion King, Mary Poppins, Frozen, Beauty and the Beast, and Aladdin. So if you've got someone in the family who is a big music theater buff, what a great building to be in. We're standing on the corner of 42nd and Broadway. Dum dum da da dum 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 da da. Oh, it's Newsies! I'm the king of New York. All right, let me ask in the chat. Let me throw this question out there. For those who enjoy Disney on Broadway, what is, in your opinion, the best Disney on Broadway show? Is it Newsies? It's Beauty and the Beast, Frozen. Frozen was just coming through Orlando here about, I think last month. So Mary Poppins. One I didn't see up here. Who Loves Tarzan? Joe was like, yeah, I would stay in Broadway. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button, Bobby. Welcome into the Magic Crew. Glad to have you. Debbie, thank you for popping into our stream today. I hope it was helpful. I hope it was informative. But more importantly, I hope it made you a little more cheerful today. I like when people leave our streams with a smile from ear to ear. I like the little Central Park thing they added here for the end of New York and Broadway. Little touches like that. Oh, there's a snake? Is it a black snake? Oh, we love the black snakes around here. The little racers. Which way is he? Oh, there he is. There's another tail over there. There's two of them. They're surrounding you. Yeah, one just crossed over the window. There he is right there. Oh, that's a third one. He's coming toward the bench. There was one over there. There's one right here.
There's one right there.
Wow. Oh, there he is. There he is.
Yeah, I think I'm going to move on.
Yeah, they're all over the place here today. Little black racers. They're extremely harmless. They're really good for rat population.
They're great.
Yeah. Disney loves it for rodents. They're also really good over in the mini golf courses. We see them all the time. So
That was.
now I'm not a big snake fan, so I tend to have an initial knee-jerk reaction to them. But
usually kill them all and then feel remorse after I
but these guys did the great pest control. And so normally you just tell a cast member if they're like close to wherever other people are, they'll just pick them up and move them somewhere further out. Yeah, one just went this way and one is just crossed over in this way. So there may be either 2 or 3 in this area. I'll try not to scream too loudly if one comes out of the bushes again. Well, as long as they're the black racers, I'm fine. If they start getting other colors, then I'm in trouble.
Yeah, I'm from Kentucky, so we have multiple.
I was about to say, we're even in the South. I'm originally from Georgia. We have our fair share of them as well.
Yeah.
But the state parks here in Florida, they'll tell you that there are tons and tons of different native snakes in the area.
Hey, somebody at home had a video Western Kentucky of a black racer, pretty good size. He killed a water moccasin.
He killed a water moccasin.
Yes, he did.
Well, I like him even more now.
And they videotaped the whole thing.
I'm okay with them taking out the poisonous kind. So thank you for pointing it out. I wish I could have caught one.
That's what I thought.
He just barely.
I
I just
saw
barely
your
caught
video,
him.
and I thought, you know what, it started me a little bit, but that may be something cool to get on.
You know where I normally see them also is at the entrance to Animal Kingdom.
Oh, really?
There's a long set of bushes over there. How's it going? We're enjoying your black racers over here. Got a few of them hanging out. We normally see them in the huge shrubs that are right outside of Animal Kingdom.
Right.
We'll see them all the time come in and out of there. Also, last time, about this time last year, we saw a raccoon hiding out behind the trash can and sneaking his little paw in there and grabbing some stuff out of the back. Because you know, the trash cans have a front and a back.
Oh, yeah.
And he's smart enough to know if he goes in the front, people are going to bother him. So he just hides in the back and just kind of puts his
That's
paw
the
in
way
there.
We have a camper at home on the lake and in a resort. And you go to that resort dumpster and you better check. They know how to open the door. They know how to get
Oh,
in.
they're smart little creatures. So as long as you don't bother them, they're usually fine.
That's right.
You don't want to corner them though. All right, I appreciate you letting me know about that. Hey, we got to barely see one, or at least I did. I don't know if I got the camera out there fast enough. Yeah, there were two or three in there because I saw one cross here and another cross there. So.
Yeah, they are kind of everywhere.
Oh yeah, and
Especially this time of year.
they won't bother you. They're all about catching the rodents and stuff like that. So
Yeah, they're the good ones there.
you don't mind them at all. So as long as they're not sleeping in the bed with me, I'm fine. If I wake up with that, I'm changing hotels. Have a good one, sir. Enjoy your trip. All right, everybody. We made it through to all of our buildings here and All-Star Music. So we're gonna make our way back up to the other Calypso building. And I am already seeing, if you're looking up in front of me, if you notice on either side of my fingers here, Calypso. And right over there on that side is your hockey. How's it going? You're probably thinking, wait a minute, hockey, we already saw All-Star Sports. What are you gonna do over there? Yes, we're headed to the Mighty Ducks. So if you are a hockey fan, you're not gonna wanna stay in All-Star Sports. You're gonna wanna stay in All-Star Movies. And then ask if you can stay in the Mighty Ducks. Got lizards all out here sunbathing. All right, let me catch back up in the chat since we got interrupted with some black racers. I tend to not keep my eyes on the screen but on the ground in situations like that. You know, I asked the question, what did you guys think was the best Disney on Broadway show? Jay Wild says, Newsies, Santa Fe. WWE fan says the best Broadway Disney production is The Lion King. And I believe The Lion King was the first one that I ever saw in a show. What was so sad was that it first premiered in an area where we were at when we were living in Los Angeles at the Pantages Theater. It's a big news thing at that point. Somehow we missed it, but I got to see it in a special showing in Atlanta. What a production. I mean, they have the animals, the performers, when they started coming down the Circle of Life, they started coming down the aisles of the theater. Got goosebumps. They're awesome. Again, we're passing back up the long corridor that is Disney's All-Star Music, and we're making our way back up to Building 10, which is the other side of Calypso, and the pool right back behind the lobby. You know, I've never seen Peter Pan performed on stage. It would be interesting. They should do an updated Peter Pan version. All right, so I'm gonna grab some shade here. We continue to make our way up and over. And I'm gonna need to get a battery out too. Who knows, maybe even stop and hydrate a little bit. So if you guys are just jumping into the stream, welcome to Ear to Ear Magic's Tuesday stream. We do stream from the Disney World and Universal Parks every Monday through Friday. This Friday, we're actually going to be going someplace outside of the Disney and Universal bubble. So if you're just subscribing, or if you've been a long time member of our Magic crew, we're going to take you guys someplace completely new at the end of this week. So keep an eye out for that hitting the channel. And this is All-Star Music. This is All-Star Sports. I mean, movies. The hockey throws me off every time. That's how close they are. So we're going to walk through some of the buildings first, and then we'll take you guys into the main lobby. This is a cool little area of the Mighty Ducks. Lady 963, welcome in. We just saw Frozen traveling show in New Orleans. I know it was just here recently. GGW1 says, I saw Tarzan on Broadway. Did you get to see it starring Joshua? Josh Strickland is the original Tarzan. We've seen Aladdin and Beauty and the Beast too. Wow. Frozen was just amazing. The cool costume changes. All right, so we've made it to the Mighty Ducks. Over here at All Star Movies. Notice our end fencing cover on our end stairs. This is our hockey net, our goal. Our pool, of course, is a hockey rink with Goofy as goaltender. Good size pool, traditional size. Of course, all of them have lifeguards at them. Any Mighty Ducks fans in the chat? WWE fam, we've made it to movies. What's the score? The other cool thing is I got to take it to the other side. Here, right behind Goofy here. You see Goofy's goaltending. Making sure nobody scores. But check out the laundry. I love this theming. Got all of our sports equipment in the lockers. So here are our restrooms and the laundry for this area. So if you don't want to have to pack all of your clothes for the entire trip, for one for every day, you can pack for half the days and then wash your clothes. Don't fill your suitcase all up of the way and have room for more souvenirs. All right, so saying goodbye to our two buildings here for the Mighty Ducks, and we'll make our way on over to the Cinema Hall, which is our main lobby, which means we have to go through the 101, 101, 101, 101 Dalmatians. This is the best doggone buildings in all of All-Star movies. Are you a fan of Canine Crunchies? Yeah. Notice our benches, dog bone shaped. And look, Lucky's over there watching. Thunderbolt! Sponsored by Canine Crunchies. So, speaking of having a snack, I'm going to sit down for just a second. We're going to make sure we are charged up, and I'm going to grab my water out. If you'll afford me just a moment to do that. Make sure we're well hydrated. All right. Try not to pass out on my streams. Reflects poorly on management. We don't want that. We'll go over there and say hello to our Dalmatian friends over there. All the concrete is covered with canine crunchies. It's the snack treat of all the favorite Dalmatians. This is a fun photo op. You and your family can be on television. Tune in to the next vlog by the Disney family. Get watched by Lucky here. It's a great photo op. So like I said, even if you're not staying in this area, explore around, find yourself Pongo and Perdita and get some good photos.
All I can see is the sun.
Get another look at Pongo from up here. So our 101 Dalmatians here at All Star Movies is just off of Cinema Hall. And I'm curious, I don't know, I've never counted, but I would not be shocked to find out that if you counted all the puppies that are on the banister here on our guide area, that if you count all of them and include Lucky, Pongo, and Perdita, that there might not be 101 of them. And if not, there should be. David Danjean, thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Welcome in, my friend. Glad you could be a part of our crew here. All of the puppies are running in the same direction. They're all running away from Cruella. So we've got 101 Dalmatians and we've got the Mighty Ducks. Two of our buildings area. Let's make it over to Cinema Hall, which is our lobby, and then we'll continue to look through the rest of our buildings here at All Star Movies. As a reminder, for those who are new to our streams, Susan and I are Travelmation travel agents. Travelmation is one of the earmarked agencies here with Disney destinations. Hearing a woodpecker over there, which is pretty cool. And if you have questions about anything about the parks, the resorts, the promotions. It's what we like to have on our streams, provide that kind of information if you have questions. And of course, if you're wanting to book a vacation and you want to use a travel agent that you know is familiar with all the ins and outs of Disney, we would love to be your travel agent in the parks. Reach out to us. You can always send me an email over at chrisedwards@travelmation.net. And let me know how I can help you out. No fees whatsoever, ever, to help with booking. So we've got Fantasia Pool is here with the Sorcerer's Apprentice Mickey. Whoop. Sorcerer's Apprentice up there making some little bit of water magic, but he gets himself in trouble because the brooms get involved.
Yeah,
But
I think so. It's pretty warm. I mean, it's really hot outside, so why would you want to go?
And before we go inside of Cinema Hall, which is our main lobby, let's look at the overall directory, give you guys an idea of what we're looking at here at All Star Movies. Of course, we've already covered the Mighty Ducks, buildings 2 and 3 on the edge. This right here just walks right over to All Star Music. Then buildings 1 and 4 are 101 Dalmatians. Notice all the buildings are basically like a T-shape. We will be going to buildings 5 and 8, which is what we're looking at right now with Fantasia. Back behind Fantasia is the Love Bug, Herbie, which has got a really cool center court. I can't wait to take you guys there. And then finally, you've got a friend in me. We're gonna hit buildings 9 and 10, Toy Story. And we'll be rounding out our live stream after that. We'll have walked every single bit of the All-Star Resorts here. Go inside Cinema Hall. And my favorite food court of all the All-Stars. Let's hit the Rialto, everybody. Good afternoon, FM Ever After. We'll be coming back to the world premiere food court in just a moment. Again, we have our redesigned lobby area here. Welcome in, Nikki. We have not done Toy Story yet. Those will be the last buildings we hit today on today's stream. There's the Hatbox Ghost. The captain's already swung by and said hello today. So welcome to All-Star Movies. Again, we have left the old days of one gigantic long counter and replaced them with pods. Small stations, such that it's a lot more open, a lot easier to go for cast members to come in and out and even come around and help and talk with the guests up front. Which is really funny because after the fact that they started putting these in is when the pandemic happened and they tried to put as much distance between the cast members and the guests as possible. So it was it was kind of, you know, ironic. It's like, Ray, never mind. So hey John, thanks for popping in. Just having a little bit of fun at the resorts. It's good to have you pop in. Oh yes, gotta love the copyright music. So when you guys see those nice little ads that pop up in our channel that gives us a few pennies that helps us pay for things for the channel, thank you guys for watching those and putting up with them. That does help us out with a little bit of ad revenue for our channel. But boy, when those songs, copyright songs come in, it's like, there goes that. Good. Oh, look how bright and inviting it is in here. And look, they got Easter baskets ready. Now, we were talking about over at All Star Sports and over at Music that it may be possible people come on vacation and forgot to tell the Easter Bunny where they were going. So if that happens, you guys are here to help out. Yeah. So between now and the 17th, if you guys need some help, especially if you need a 2022 little Mickey Easter Bunny plush like this little guy here. He does? I didn't sniff him because that just seemed kind of weird.
Right.
Like, you need to know something smells like something before you just start sniffing it. But so he smells like chocolate? Here, let's get a sniff. Okay. Can you guys smell him? Oh, wow. But I'm going to actually smell it this time. Let's see. Wow. That does smell like chocolate. That's pretty cool. So, and these are all the great things. Like I was saying, if you need that help, make sure to ask about it. Don't go without an Easter basket on your Easter trip.
These
So.
are pre-made, but you can also make your own.
I was going to say, I know that you guys do some ahead of time, but they can all be customized. So, and you can wrap them up just like you want them, or just like if you have some favorite things for your little Easter bunnies as well. So, thanks, guys. Appreciate it. Thanks, Madison. Have a great afternoon. Again, all of the merchandise for the resorts are pretty much put together. So if you get anything that's for the All-Star Sports, you're going to notice you've got music, you've got sports, you've got movies, all kind of thrown in there together. So if you find it at one, you're more than likely going to find it at all of them. Welcome in, Jeff. Welcome in. Heather, so Caribbean Resort is huge. What kind of room would you need to get there to be close to things? You would have to get a preferred room. And I'll go ahead and tell you, do not get a pirate room. The pirate rooms are actually across the road from the road that you drive into the resort. So if you get a pirate room, you're not going to be anywhere close to the main room. So make sure you get a preferred. And of course, whether or not, you need one that's a fifth sleeper or not, may change whether or not you need that. They do have fifth sleepers over at Caribbean Beach. So if you do have a family of 5, or if you just have a family where you've got a small one who would prefer to have a bed by themselves and not share with a sibling, you can always look at a fifth sleeper over at Caribbean Beach. And it has a little pull down for the smaller people. Shiny. Oh, look, it's Donald and Daisy. So Chris, why is this your favorite All-Stars food court? Well, it almost isn't. But what we talked about with All-Star Music having such a great culinary team before the pandemic, they had specialty cupcakes every month that was found nowhere else. But the reason I like World Premier Food Court, one, it's got a little different design. I like the theming. 2, prior to the pandemic, they had a secret menu here. You could ask to see the secret menu. They would bring out the secret case and the secret apparatus that allowed you to see specialty items that were not made available anywhere else. And 3, they usually have some really cool milkshake options and specialty things over here as well. Welcome in, Jason and is it Valeria? Disney family. Thank you for subscribing, guys. Welcome into the Magic Crew. You're going to be checking into All-Star Music in 30 days. Well, I hope that the previous walkthrough was a little helpful. And let us know if you have any other questions that might be popping up. So I love the feel of this food court. I know it seems bigger than the ones at Music and Sports. But that may just be, you know, because of all the lights. The Rialto, the Roxy, the Grand, the Lyric, the Majestic, all famous theaters. Welcome in, Tiki Man fan. I'm glad you're back, Captain. The things the Hatbox Ghost has been saying while you're gone. Again, we have a lot of cookie cutter pre-wrapped bakery items, meaning that our culinary bakery team is not necessarily back to full just yet. Welcome in, Jennifer. Stayed at Fantasia in 2019 for a cheer camp. Yeah, that's oftentimes you see a lot of sports competitions and things like that at the All-Stars. Really good for larger groups like that. Blueberry muffins. Now, my Achilles heel used to be back in the day was the cheese danishes at Disney. They're harder to find nowadays. They have the cherries, they have the apples, but it's hard to find the good cheese danishes anymore. The ears backpack. The ones that hold the ears, it's got the little ear holder on it. You know me well, John. And there was one milkshake that they had forever over here, and I never got a chance to try it. And it was actually one that was created and designed by one of the cast members. So they do have ice cream here. And check out the director's cup. It's 4 scoops of ice cream, brownie bites, chocolate chip cookies, strawberry, chocolate, and caramel toppings, whipped cream, sprinkles, and cherries on top. Serves up to 2 people. Looks like it comes in a cute little souvenir cup as well. So I have used the fuel, they're called fuel rods, Lola. The fuel rods do charge iPhone 13s. Of course, you know, when I use them, they deplete pretty quickly, but the thing is you can change them out as often as you need to with the free exchanges. But they do work. Each of them, if you buy one, they have at least 2 or 3 different connectors in there for use. Yeah, they're still very not full as far as that goes. I knew, you know, that's right. I knew Susan would have that opinion as well. Now, the manager was out here just a second ago, and I was going to ask whether or not we ever have a chance of having a secret menu coming back here anytime soon. Now, notice there's nothing different than any of the other ones that we've seen. The All-Star Sports and the All-Star Music had the exact same desserts. So we're working on in a situation where cast members can jump from one place to another because everything's pretty much the same. As things open back up, these cases will become more full, and you're starting to see more unique items that you didn't see prior to. So the shake that they had before, back in 2019, was a popcorn shake. And every time I came in here, I wanted to get one, but I never did. Welcome in, Crystal Palace. Just have some Mickey Rice Krispie treats. Welcome in, Chris. Well, I want to tell you, one of the reasons that we like to provide our streams here from the parks is that for people who just recently had trips, it does really help with what we refer to as the PDD. That stands for the post-Disney depression. Now, the post-Disney depression is often hits hard as you go home when you realize that there are no Mickey waffles for breakfast. You don't get to look to a Slinky Dog ride in the afternoon, and nobody has a refillable resort mug to go back and try to get as much hot chocolate as you can before bed. So when you need help with that DPP or PDD, post-Disney depression, come on into our streams, hang out with us a bit, even for just a few minutes. It has been scientifically proven with no studies performed whatsoever that it helps to hang out with us on our live streams. Results may vary, effects are not lasting. So here's the difference. I love the food court. I love the theaters. I love the lights and the offerings here in the intermission food court, or the one here for movies. But the seating is not as nice. I like the setup of sports and music better as far as the seating is concerned, but I like the feel of the actual court itself better here at movies. I mean, just look at it. It's exciting, right? All right, so unless anybody else has any other questions about the food courts, let's go check out the rooms. Now there is a bar area here, right close to the pool. They often have fun cocktails and specialty drinks as well. So anybody just joining us, we're here at the third of the 3 all-star resorts. We'd already been through sports, we'd already been through music, and now we're going to be walking through and checking out movies. And out of movies, we've already seen The Mighty Ducks, and we've already seen The 101 Dalmatians. So, oh, you're fine. So we've seen Mighty Ducks, we've seen 101 Dalmatians. We're going to walk through Fantasia, check out the Love Bug, and then work our way back over to Toy Story. Pool hours from 10 to 11. And the Fantasia pool. Movies Under the Stars every night at 8:30. Right now, Sunday nights is Zootopia, Toy Story 4 on Mondays, Aladdin on Tuesdays, Soul on Wednesday, Cruella, PG-13, that's unusual, on a Thursday. Friday has Wall-E, and Saturday, Encanto, Yo Encanto. And every day, weather permitting, from 5:30 to 6:30, they have the campfire. So they provide marshmallows, and you can purchase chocolate and graham crackers to make your s'mores if you like. If not, just toast some marshmallows and then enjoy the fire. You guys want to see the little splash pad they have over here? It's really cute. Just for the little ones. Own little area. It's completely fenced in. So the little ones who can't quite swim or just wants to run around and get wet a little bit and cool off. They've got a tiny little pool on one side and some splashing sprinkles on the other. There's a lot of people here having a resort day. Yes, and thank you to all of our moderators who work diligently to make sure that our streams are safe and respectful for everybody who enters. We ask that you keep our streams family friendly because that's exactly the way the parks and the resorts are here. And our moderators just help us out if there's somebody who wants to take advantage of our streams, that they'll just kindly remind them of the rules or kindly remove them from the chat. Thanks, mods. We got our Fantasia characters here. Now, if you're looking at these characters and go, wait a minute, I don't remember these characters in Fantasia, because the characters on this building on this side are from the original Fantasia film. Notice our Sorcerer's Apprentice. Awesome brooms. And of course we've got the hat. Back it up just a little bit. There's the hat that caused Mickey so many heartaches, so many headaches, so much waterlog. And on this side, these are from Fantasia 2000. So if you're thinking, well, I don't remember that being in Fantasia, that might be it. Good afternoon, Jimmy. Welcome in. We're having fun at the resorts today. Today's an educational live stream. And the fact that we're taking you all over each of the 3 all-star resorts. Well, hello, Donald. Good to see you. Donald's here in his role from Fantasia 2000 as Noah in the Ark. Another great photo op here. But we're checking out all the all-stars. So you guys can, if you've never been to the all-stars before, you're thinking about staying and you don't know which to choose between sports, music, and movies, watch the stream, take notes. When you're ready to book, contact us and say, you know what, after watching your stream, I've decided that music's the way to go. Now, personally, this is my personal opinion, I feel like this is one of the most photogenic center courts of any of the all-star resorts. It's the Love Bug. It's Herbie. Oh man, and the flowers that are over here are just, they smell so good. Is that jasmine again? Meet, meet. It's Herbie. Here in the winter circle. It's so funny how so many people, if they see a picture of this, they have no idea where it's at on Disney World property. But if you ever see it or someone goes, where can I go to get a picture with Herbie the Love Bug? Now you know. He's here every single day at All-Star Movies. And notice, this is the actual car that was used in the Magic Kingdom parades from 1978 all the way to 1990. Is laundry at the resorts included in your resort package deal, or do you have to pay for that separately? You do have to pay a fee to use the machines, but they have some really nifty operations in some of the hotels as far as the laundry is concerned. And I remember the first time we saw one of those when we were staying at the yacht club. You can actually go online and you can watch to see exactly what your times are as far as remaining for the washing machine and the dryer. But no, there are additional costs for that. Is there anybody in the chat who does not know who the Love Bug is, by the way? Welcome in, Tom. Tom says, we love these resorts. We've already stayed at Art of Animation and Pop Century. Is your goal to eventually go to stay at all of them? Kind of make your way around? It was funny that you mentioned that WWE fan. One of the kids was asking the lifeguards, is the water heated? Is it warm? And the lifeguard was like, it's really hot out. You don't really want it warm, do you? Yeah, we're having some spammers come in today. I don't understand the purpose of that, because, you know, it doesn't really serve them any purpose. No one's clicking on their links. The Love Bug, Herbie. Classic movies. Mark says it's so much better watching on a 63-inch television than on my phone at work. Hopefully it all still comes in pretty well. So, as I was talking about before on the Fantasia areas, notice the books at the ends of the stairwells. All of these buildings at all the All-Star resorts, the stairs are usually covered in some sort of a theming. Notice the book that's on this one says Fantasia. And the book on this one says Fantasia 2000. So Mark says, which resorts do you think has the best arcade? You love pinball. As far as the arcades are concerned, I like the ones over at Pop Century. Pop Century has a pretty good arcade. The one over at Art of Animation is pretty nice as well. Strangely enough, I actually prefer the ones at the moderate resorts than I do at the ones at the deluxe. The one that's over at not French Quarter, but over at Port Orleans Riverside is right off the main lobby. And it's kind of nice having a place to send the kids when you're having to do a longer intro checkout and have a place they can go play for a bit and not have to wait for you to check in or check out. The one over at Coronado Springs is over by the pool. A little harder to get to, but interesting decision to put it by the pool. I know, it's Herbie. All right, everybody, we've only got one more building to hit before we have covered every single all-star resort today. I hope that you guys, if you've never walked the grounds, if you never knew they were so close to one another, never realized how easy it is to get from one to the other, if you ever consider staying at the All-Stars, at least this is helpful to determining which one you think would be the best fit for your family. And as a reminder, everybody, if you're thinking about coming sometime in the late summer and haven't already made a reservation, be aware of the fact that we do have our brand new promotion that was just released this morning by Disney Destinations. Our first ever promotion provided for Disney Plus subscribers. That's up to 25% off at select resorts. That's going to start in at deluxe, and the promotional rate goes down from moderate to the values. But if you're interested or would like to have more information about this promotion or to book any travel for 2023, 2020, or 2022 and 2023, reach out to us and let us know. Glad to help you out. See if we can get that booked before the promotional rates are gone. They only let so many rooms happen. So we've got our wind tunnel thing. All right, we've made it to Toy Story. Our last one. Bucket O Soldiers. Notice our stairs are hidden as green army men, and even some of the men have escaped out of the bucket and are making their way up onto the rooftop. So if you've got Toy Story fans in your family, either get a room in this area or make sure you come by. Look, your kids could even get an RC. Can I get an RC? I don't know if I should even try getting an RC. I've never tried. Might get myself in trouble. WWE fan, have a wonderful afternoon. Thanks for popping in with us. I hope this was a helpful walk around. I'm glad you could be a part of it today. We did actually already go into the lobby. You can always go back and catch it back when the stream's over. You can always rewind them or watch any of the old streams. We went to each of the 3 lobbies for each of the resorts, and you can check out sports, music, and our movies here afterwards. Go back and watch them all if you need to. Sherry says, reaching out via email. Thank you so much for the information. Thank you for popping in. Hopefully we can answer more of your questions and help you out. I don't know. What do you think we should do? What are we at as far as likes, guys? Any mods in here can tell me how many likes we've reached for today? Lucas wants me to get into the RC. I think, are we at, did we hit 300 likes for today? I'll make a deal with you guys. If we get the 300 likes, if we hit the 300 likes, I will get inside of RC. But we have to hit 300. We're so close. That's not even really a challenge. That's more of an afterthought. You break it, you buy it. I'll break it, buy it, and take it home. All right, Lucas, I don't know if you and your family have hit the like button, but if you hadn't, do it. See if we can get the 300 real quick. I'll jump in the RC and see if I can fit. What do we weigh? About like 10? All we need is like 10 people to hit the like button, right? Then we'll keep walking into the toy store area. $2.95. What are we at? $2.98. $3.01. We get 301. Jumbo Kadani Sean, welcome in. Did you guys get us to 300 that quick? I knew it wasn't going to take much. I made it really easy. Sweet. Thank you guys for doing everything that you do to hit the like buttons. When you do that, it helps us to really market our channel and bring in some people who really would like to be a part of a group that is neither dramatic or negative. We try to be as supportive as possible. And we thank you guys so much for helping us reach out and find more people to join our channels. And here, let's see if I can get in. This might be a bad thing. We'll see. All right. Can we see everybody there? Everybody ready for a screenshot? Get it just right. Whew, this could be bad. Somebody call Susan and tell her to help me get out. How did Buzz and Woody both fit in this thing? I can fly, I can fly. All right. Anybody got a shoehorn? Shoehorn? No? Sweet. You fly? No, you fall. Thank you guys again for hitting the like button. But again, don't forget that when you come into these resorts, especially when it comes to these Pop Century Art of Animation, they are perfect for photo ops with your family. Don't miss the opportunity to get some really cool, fun, and really cool props next time you come here. All right, let's go into Andy's room. You should knock first. Andy's room, keep out. Hey, howdy, hey. It's Sheriff Woody Pride. And Buzz Lightyear. He is huge, especially when you compare it to the one that's over in Toy Story Land. What's all the buzz about? What's really cool is it's got a couple of spots here to stand in front of. To stand in front of Bo Peep, and they're both checkers. Checkerboard over here. It's Rex. Roar! Did I scare you? Have you ever noticed that that Rex sounds a lot like the guy from The Princess Bride? Isn't that funny? To infinity and beyond. And we got Woody over here. Again, great photo ops. An opportunity for you to get some really good photos. So Lauren says, why is Rex and technically Bo Peep so much smaller? Well, technically this is the way it works, and this is the sort of the way it's set up in all the other places as well. They usually have much smaller statues and the like for photos in the middle, but every center has a much larger. So notice all the puppies in 101 Dalmatians are a lot smaller, except for Pongo and Perdido, which are over by the elevators. So it just kind of fits what they've done elsewhere across property. Now you can tell this was the original Toy Story. Can anyone tell me why? This is the original Toy Story and not Toy Story 4. I'm sure we're going to have somebody in the chat who knows exactly why that is. It's all in the details. Brianna, welcome in. Glad to have you. Yes, Travel Adventures with Aaron, exactly. That's why it's Toy Story 1, 2, or 3, because in Toy Story 4, it would say Bonnie. Because Andy passed the toys off at the end of Toy Story 3. So we had a question in here from Kate. Do they have a resort with a Little Mermaid? Yes, they do. It's one of these spaces over at the Art of Animation. It's the only area at the Art of Animation that is not a family suite. Matter of fact, they're very much like the rooms here. Even the setup and the way it's designed, but it is regular outdoor rooms over at Art of Animation. So if you like The Little Mermaid, that's where you need to go. Octafam Rex was voiced by Wallace Shawn. He was an excellent actor. And he also is in The Princess Bride, by the way. Inconceivable! And you might have seen him actually lately on shows like Young Sheldon. Very distinctive voice. Very nice guy. Oh, Sharon, you did make it. Glad you popped in. We're here at the Toy Story buildings. Our last buildings here for our All-Star movies. At this point, we have made it all the way across All-Star Sports, All-Star Music, and All-Star Movies. So if you're just joining into the stream now, and you've wanted to learn more information about it, you can always go back and rewind or watch it in replay. It will always be in our channel for you to go back and reference to see what the difference is, the layout, and how close each of the three All-Star movies, music, and sports are in relation to one another. Yes, Gary, that is also very sad. Estelle Harris, I believe was her name. Estelle just passed away the other day. I believe it was on a Sunday. She was at the age of 93. She was also a huge star in the Seinfeld series. and she is had a huge career in entertaining people for decades. So we did. We just lost Mrs. Potato Head. I'm gonna pack your angry eyes. Again, another one of those very distinct voices, perfectly made for animation. Welcome in, Fonzarelli. There you go. Do a split stay. I will tell you this good bit of information, Kate, and this is usually very important to know. When it comes to promotions like the one that was released today, many times, but not always, many times they have restrictions and exclusions on those promotions. And I will tell you that if it is any one set of rooms that is most likely to be excluded from any future promotions, it will be the Little Mermaid room. Many times we have seen promotions come out and it will say in the fine print that it excludes the Little Mermaid rooms. So I often tell our travel clients this: if you book a Little Mermaid room, be prepared that will be your price, because if and when promotions come out in the future, there is a chance that the promotions will not apply to your rooms in the Little Mermaid. So just something to keep in mind. Not always the case, but it is a possibility. Robert, thank you so much for hitting the subscribe button today. Welcome into the Magic Crew. I'm glad you could join us. We're going to walk back into the main lobby here before we sign off for today. If you guys have any final questions about the All-Stars or anything else about Disney, it'd be a great chance to answer. So throw the chats, questions in, and let us know. Good to see you, Alex. How you doing today? Jared, welcome in. I know the feeling. Keep in mind, if you're ready to come back to Disney, we will be glad to help you book and plan your next trip. And there are never any fees to use us as your travel agent, and you've got somebody who can answer all your questions. So let us know if we can help out with that. As always, our email is here in the chat. chrisedwards@travelmation.net. Let us help you book. We put our names onto your record. When you need help, we can call Disney and take care of things, including adding promotional rates like we did for our clients this morning. So I have been waiting for that question all afternoon, Orlando. How are you guys doing? Rob and Tracy, good to see you guys. Your dates for travel are included in the dates for the Disney Plus. The only difference is because you guys are traveling internationally, I have to call in to see about adding that promotion. So yeah, Susan is probably either already on hold with Disney, or I will be on hold with Disney later on this evening after we get done with our Zoom call tonight for our patrons, just to make sure to see whether or not we can apply the new Disney Plus to yours. Because hey, we want to make sure all of our clients are taken care of, and if we can add it to yours, we would definitely do so, because it does fall any of the dates in between July 8th and September 30th. The only thing is that when you guys contact us about this promotion, we will need to know the email address that is on your Disney Plus account, because the week after we book it for you, Disney will have to verify that you have an active account. If not, they will cancel your reservation. I know, pretty rough, huh? So let us know if we can help you as far as this promotion goes, but make sure to let us know what the actual account username email is so that when Disney verifies it, we won't have any issues when they do the verification. All right, well, it's boba. So, and by the way, I do want to make sure to clarify a couple of things. When it comes to live streaming, we are not sponsored by Disney. We do this all for our own and just to make sure we can get information out there. We love having the community. We love contacting and getting in touch with you guys. When it comes to booking your travel, there are no fees whatsoever with us being your travel agent, and Disney will pay us after you travel. So when it comes to this, I want to make sure it's very clear. As ear-to-ear magic, we love it when you guys donate just because it helps us keep things going for streaming. It helps us pay for gas. It helps us pay for the applications, for equipment we have to buy every so often, and for just things to buy for food and things like that on the stream. So thank you guys to everyone who hits PayPal and gives a little bit here and there. Honestly, if everybody just gave $1 or $2 every so often, everything would be fine and we just keep the streaming going. The tipping is all with the channel and all with YouTube and everything with Ear-to-Ear Magic. When it comes to your travel, it is not going to cost you anything. We will not ask you to do anything, and we do not expect or want you to do any tips when it comes to travel. We just want you to enjoy your vacation. Disney, Universal, and the cruises lines will pay us after you travel, and you pay the same fee. Make sure that's very different. Ear-to-Ear Magic, we stream and we love to do it. If you want to help us with that, that's great. When it comes to Travelmation, we get taken care of by the industry, and we make sure that you guys get the best deal and the most magical tips when it comes to planning. So we'll make sure there's a very good distinction between the two. So thank you guys. Anytime you hit the PayPal, that is simply just to help us when it comes to live streaming. So again, thank you guys. So we're going to be heading on out this afternoon. I did want to remind you guys that tomorrow we will be back over at Universal for a bit of Universal fun. On Thursday, we're going to be going to Epcot and doing the 2022 Epcot Easter Egg Extravaganza and doing a little bit of Easter egg hunting. So hopefully you guys can join us over in the World Showcase, looking for some eggs all around the countries and pavilions. And on Friday, we're going to be going to a very special, very secretive location that we've never been to and shared with you guys before. We're going to be outside the Disney and Universal bubble. And we might give you some hints later on, but right now the only hint you get is what you see in the picture right there showing for Friday. So I love it if you guys have hit the subscribe button if you're not already subscribed, but make sure if you are subscribed to have your notifications on so that when we go live on Friday, we can take you guys to a brand new place and do a really cool walk around and tour of that place as well, just like we did today. So everybody, thank you so much for all the likes. Thank you for helping us out in everything we do at Ear-to-Ear Magic. It has been a ton of fun today, but we're going to head on out for this afternoon. So have a wonderful day. As always, for your homework today, find somebody else who needs a little sunshine and be the sunshine in their life. Everyone, have a great afternoon, and we can't wait to see you guys in the parks. Have a great one, everyone.